Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to JTraedz TV, where we discuss all stock-related contents and much more. I'm your host. You already know as it is, JTraedz. You can follow me on all social media platforms underneath my name. Y'all already know what time it is. Guys, thank y'all so much for joining your boy, man. I know I was running a little late. I was still assisting my grandmother, so I took a little break to hop on the live stream because I told you guys I'm not going to try to miss a day. No matter what I'm doing, I'm always here to help, guys. So y'all already know. Let's get ready to rock and roll as usual. What did I tell you guys yesterday? Did I not call out the inverted cup and handle pattern? Did I not call it out since yesterday? I said if we crack that 712, we can fall our way back down to the 711s, 710s, roughly down towards the 708s, where we will be closing out the cup. And sure enough, at the post market, we created a new high day once again towards 716.87 and got that pull right back on down, guys, towards the 712s where we closed out that cup and proceeded on down from underneath the 712s back in that range of 712s down to the 708s. So as you can see, cup and handle pattern did emerge. It did perform very well, and we did it. We called it out. Shout out Teller. She was one of the ones that called it out, and rocking and rolling. Jenna, I know we spoke on Discord earlier about the video. The video, I know you're going in long. Watch your 210 level. Like I said, the main key area is your 210s. Longs, you want to stay above the 210 for the possible push back up towards the 212 plus. Shorts, you want to crack that 210 back down towards the 208s and 206 and go for that continuation pullback. As I was telling you guys, we could be prep. Well, Monday and Tuesdays could be the prep up going into tomorrow, because don't forget we have the FOMC meeting and we do have some earnings dropping out tomorrow. So don't forget about that. We got 4 blue chips that's going to be dropping out with earnings tomorrow. Let me see. Let me bring it up real quick. Earnings tomorrow. We do have Microsoft, Amazon, Meta, and Google that will be tomorrow, guys, along with the FOMC meeting. Don't forget about that. Thursday we're going to be having Apple dropping as well. So all together we have five blue chip companies that will be dropping, 4 tomorrow and 1 Thursday. So keep that in mind. So tomorrow will be a little hype day. So as of now, we are coming back down from that inverted cup that we've been talking about since yesterday. Underneath that 712s, now down towards the 710s, the 708s, where we could get that continuation sell off. Keep that on watch. Watch that 708 as we pull back down. Now for shorts, we have to crack the 708, and you remember last Thursday, our low levels that we came down to was 705s down to 702s. I will bring that up as well. Let me see what's my 1 hour time frame. Let me go to SPY real quick. To last Thursday where we fell on down. Where were you at? Right here, guys. When we had that hard pullback, 705s all the way down to the 702s, which those buys stepped back in, rebounded back up, and we got that nice move back to the upside, up towards the 712s, now creating a new high up towards 716s. And you can clearly see, even on the 1 hour time frame, you can see the inverted cup with the bottom base all the way back down towards that 708. So watch that 708 level. Like I said, short, you want to crack that to go back down towards the possible areas of 705s down to 702s. But watch that 708 level as we pull down to that area to see if buyers going to hold, or will we crack that key level. But like I said, inverted cup and handle did come out just like we called it out, and beautiful play back down to the downside. So right now, as of now, from yesterday's setup going into today, we went from an uptrend now to a possible, well, not possible, but we are on a downtrend from 716s all the way back down towards now the 709s. So roughly $7 drop pretty much. So still looking good, still on this downtrend for the shorts. So everything right now is looking good on the short side of things. Tesla, you already know what I told you guys as far as the areas that we need to get back on top in order for us to get that push back to the upside, which is 380, 385. Right now, we did try to go for a push. Remember, I told you, if we got that break above 380, the highest the next level is going to be that 382.50. We ran up towards 382.50, got rejected right back underneath 380s, all the way back down to the 375s. So, keeping everything on watch. Look like everything is getting some nice little pullbacks. SPY, Tesla, Nvidia, and them at this moment. So right now at this moment, guys, what are you guys looking at? So what's on the agenda for right now? What are you guys looking at? What are you guys trading? Did you guys trade? Let me hit that on. What do you guys trade so far? Let me do a double test just to make sure everything is rocking and rolling on my On my end, I'm just doing a test just to make sure my chat box is working. Make sure we good to go. Is it on? Oh, there we go. All right, cool. Just make sure everything was good to go. No delays. All right, guys. So just keep everything on watch. Like I said, inverted cup and handle did emerge. So right now, definitely getting a nice little downtrend set up for Tuesday. Going down towards the areas of 210, possibly down towards, I'll say 210, 710, down to the possible areas of 208. Tesla watches 375. Shorts, you want to crack below that 375 for that pullback down towards 372.50. Longs, you want to stay above that 375 for that possible pushback up to 377.50 up to 380. So keep everything on watch right now. Still downtrending at this moment. So I'll be with you guys because I know I gotta go back and help us soon. But I'm gonna stay with you guys till about about power hour. I'll stay on with you guys till power hour. We'll stay on till power hour. If I can stay a little longer, I'll stay till the market close. I'll see what she's gonna say. If she need help with anything else. But right now, keeping everything on watch. Like I said, inverted cup, beautiful play, beautiful, beautiful play. Right back in that zone, guys. 210 to I keep saying 710 down to 708. And then we go back a little bit. Remember, see, that's your bottom base that we had Friday. See, between pre-market and intraday, held that 708, then got that push right back to the upside. So you can see right here where your bottom base is. So watch that 708. If they crack 708, yes, you will have room to fall, possibly fall back down to the 705s, down to the 702s, going back down to that demand zone. So right now you got kicked out of the supply zone from those sellers. Now right in that little mid section. Right in that little mid area. 708. So that's your little borderline that's separating you from the supply zone, demand zone. But cup and inverted cup has formed, and that is looking pretty decent. Looking pretty nice and sexy right now. Looking pretty good. Pretty good. Let me check my. Let me see how we looking on this bad boy. How we looking on the 0 DTs? Let me see. I know I don't use it. I don't use 0 DTs. I just want to see how it looks though. I don't use them. How are they holding up though? I mean, holding up pretty decent. Came back on down. Highs 10. Trying to get a few contracts real quick. Let me what's the lows on these? Lows 10 cents, 10 cents, about 9 cents on that. So 2 cents, 13 cents. All right, cool. Yeah, I'm just looking at the different contracts, trying to just see on how we're looking right now, guys. Nvidia is underneath that 210. Like I said, shorts stay underneath that 210. You do have room to fall back down towards that 208. I will set an alert on that one. Back down towards this bottoms 208. We want to crack 208 back down towards the 206. So keep that on watch. SPY, we do have that 708. So let me put my alert for the bottom area that you need to crack below on Nvidia if you want that successful crack. And I'm also put my alert on SPY right around that 708.78 level. Crack that 708.78. You do have room to fall back into that range of 708 tops down towards 705 bottoms. That'll put you back in another lower range. Keep that on watch. Remember, I told you guys, take the past chart price points and use those to the best of your abilities. So that's how you'll. And like I said, once you keep marking these off, guys, you just mark off your past chart histories, whether it's up or down. It helps you out a lot. It helps you out a lot because then you start to get a clear understanding, of, the psychology behind the plays. Where the buyers can utilize for support and where the sellers can utilize for resistance. So right now, inverted cup still commencing right now, guys. Right now, where we at? 709 still, 709.70. So pretty much we're back underneath the 710s. And remember we talked about those natural numbers. The 1s, the 5s, the 10s, and so forth. What price point are you back underneath? 710, natural number. So that means that that's going to turn back into resistance because now you're getting kicked out of the double digits, back now into the single digits. So you already know, longs, you got to get back above 710s to get that push back to the upside to the possible areas of 711 to 712. Shorts, stay below 710s for that pull back down towards 708s to possible 705s. So as we continue on down towards this downtrend. So the question is, will we continue on down even for the second half of the market, or will we maintain 708 and stay within this range? So we'll see. We'll see. We know right now Tesla's going sideways right around that 375 level right here. Still trying to hold a little floor right here. But if we do crack, keep in mind you do have room to fall down towards 372.50. If they can hold, yes, you will have room to push your way back up towards 377.50, up towards 380. So keep that on watch. Anything else we need to look at? Let's see. So we already went over Tesla. Let's go over Apple and them real quick. Let me use a different chart though while I'm at it. Matter of fact, I'll see the same one bump it because I don't want to keep having to bring up all these charts. It's annoying. All right, Apple, where we at right now? Ran up as high as 273, right back on down underneath the 270s. Longs get back above 270s. Shorts, stay below that price point for that pullback down towards the 269s down to 268s. That'll put you right down towards the 200-day moving average. So that'll pull you back down towards the downside on Apple. Microsoft, that's another top gain that we have. Look like it's still holding pretty decent. The main area that we definitely want to break above on Microsoft is going to be 430. For sure, 430 level. I mean, Microsoft is holding up pretty, like I said, pretty well. I mean, it hasn't gotten got a strong pullback yet. It's still holding up pretty decent. So Microsoft still, I got my alerts still set in motion on my price points. So 430 on up. So for sure. Anything else, guys? Let me see. Already went over in the video. What about Meta? How we looking on Meta? Meta downtrending. Yep, Meta downtrending already from the ran as high as almost 682s, back underneath the 680s, and right now you just been on this declining level. Taylor, good morning. Hey, that play was beautiful, wasn't it? On Tesla. I mean, on SPY. Remember we talked about that inverted cup? Bam, we got it. We called it, Queen. Inverted cup. There we go. You was a witness. I called it. Meta, any thoughts on Meta? I mean, right now, Meta's on a downtrend. You're back underneath that 670. So right now, that bad boy. Let me see. Do we have an inverted cup on Meta too? Let's see. How we look? Let me go back a little bit. Yep. So you created an inverted cup on that bad boy right back underneath that 270. I mean, 670. So that inverted cup is done. So 670 turned back to resistance. So now you're going from that range, 670s back down towards the what was the range on this one? Underneath 670. What was the bottoms? About 664. So it looked like you in this little range right here, Taylor on Meta. Again, as long as you stay underneath that 670. That's going to be your tops, and your possible bottoms is down towards that 664. So that'll pretty much be your next leg down. So it look like you already got one leg already here. So right now you're in consolidation underneath the 670s, and then your next leg down will be towards that 664, where you will continue the that cup pattern. So that look like another cup that's forming. You already got cup number one right here at 670s. Now we may make another cup. I'll finish up this cup down towards 664. So where it's just going to keep tumbling down. It's gonna keep tumbling down. I mean, you can see even a bigger cup right here. Let me go to that chart a little bit. Let me see if it's gonna let me stretch it out more. You can clearly see it right here, Taylor. Look right here. You see that? Look. See the rest of that cup? See that? Well, you had this little area, which is 664. That was last Friday. Well, we got rejected during pre-market. Fell all the way down towards the 655s. Then we wound up rebounding right back on up towards that 664. Went on that strong push up towards that 670. So being underneath 670, now we got to focus on this range right here. So that's the range that we have to focus on at this time. So that'll be right here between 670s down to that 664 right here. So that'll be your range until you get back above that price point of 670s. So you got to take that into consideration right now. They have earnings tomorrow. Options are expensive. Yeah. You got 4 earnings coming out tomorrow. Yep, including the FOMC meeting. So definitely keep that in mind. We just talked about the earnings. Microsoft, what it was? Microsoft, Meta, Google, and Amazon. Yeah. So yeah, Microsoft, Amazon, Meta, Google. Yeah. So that's gonna be coming out tomorrow. We got 4 blue chips coming out tomorrow. 4 blue chips, including the FOMC meeting. So right now, that's Meta's in an inverted cup. SPY's in the inverted cup. Like I said, I'm gonna put a price target right around 664, 665 to 664 level, right around that area. It's going to be like almost 2. I'm going to have to put like at least 2 of them right around that price point. I'm going to put 664 though for sure. I'm going to keep that one. Where you got room to possibly fall from 670s all the way back down that way. Because that was an old range from last Friday. SPY, we still have room to fall down towards that 708 level. 708 level. That'll close out the cup right here. That'll close out this upper portion here, guys. That'll close out this whole upper range right here. And then from that level, you'll fall back down to this lower range. We went down as low as, what, 702s? So the only floor we have right now is this little mid floor, which is 708, 78. So watch that level. Watch that key level. So what? So Taylor, you're looking into Meta? So that's what you're going to be looking into trading for this week? Or what are you looking at? I know you talked about Meta for sure. So right now, as I stated, Meta's in a range, lower range of 670s down to possible areas of 664. Well, we could be working on the next leg down. Jenna, my beautiful queen. Do you see more? Yeah, okay. I'm going to tell you right now. So, Jenna, the floor level that we do have room to come back down as of now is going to be that 708. Because remember, when we went on that huge pullback, last Thursday, remember we were just talking about this in Discord. We came down to it. Once we cracked down below that 678, 708 level, we pulled all the way down towards the 705s, down to the 702s. Then we wound up rebounding from the 702s right back towards the upside. So, and you can see right here, that'll close out this upper cup right here, this upper inverted cup, 708. We crack 708, yes, that'll pull you right back down into this range here where you had this huge drop down right here. Look right here. 705s to 702s. So watch your 708. So you do have room to down towards the 708 that'll close out that cup completely. From that area, you will have possible room to fall back down towards that 705, 702s. That'll put you back down towards this demand zone right here. So the reason why I'm calling this the demand zone, because you can see right here where those buys came in aggressive, held 702, 64ish, and went on that move right back on up. Jay, why did they bounce off of 702, 64? Remember, we went back to the I want to say it was the daily time frame. Let's make a duplicate copy, and we'll go back real quick and look at the daily time frame. That was what price point was that? That was let me go back to the daily, because remember that's when I was marking off my lines last week. Excuse me. So let me go back just a little bit, Jenna. That was that level. Because remember that level held. That was a psychological level. That was on, I want to say that was a Tuesday bottom. Yeah, Tuesday bottoms. When we pulled all the way down on that Thursday. Right here. That was the Tuesday's bottom. And that Thursday, we pulled right down to it. And that's where we got that strong push back to the upside. So, in other words, we cracked that 708, 78. You'll have room to fall back down to the 705s because that was Friday's bottoms. And then from that level, you have that following Tuesday's bottoms. So watch your 708s. 708s, we had this little area here. Now the reason why I have 708, because if I'm not mistaken, that was that Friday's? Yeah, that was Friday's bottoms right here. 708, 78, right here. That's where you'll have room to fall down to. Let me maximize just a little bit more so y'all can get a clear vision of it. Clear vision. Let me move it just a little bit. Sorry about that, guys. And all I'm doing, guys, is using the same price points from last week and week before last. That's all I'm doing, because we're still in this range. Gotta keep in mind, if you look at this overall range, true bottoms is all the way down towards 702. Look at this whole entire range. Bottoms, 702. Tops, 716s. Remember that. And you can't see it because this is a daily. Remember, the daily records the intraday movements. This doesn't add the pre-market and post-market. Pre-market, we hit as high, post-market if I'm not mistaken, we hit as high as 716s. So, remember, this is the entire range. Overall tops, 716s. Overall bottoms, 702. So, remember, this is the whole entire range from last week's setup to last Friday's candle. From bottoms here, 705s, and last week's bottoms, 702s. So, if we keep pointing down, we'll be pulling back down towards Friday's lows, last Friday's lows, which was around 7, right here towards the 708, 78. We crack that, then we'll come down to Friday before last bottoms, which is 705, 76. We crack that, Then we'll come down to last Thursday's and Tuesday's bottoms, which was around 702. So notice the entire range, guys. Notice the whole range. The true tops, 716s. True bottoms, 702s. That's the range that we are in at this moment. So look at the whole entire range, guys. Look at the whole entire range. So if I set it up, let me see. If I can set it up perfectly on here, you can see a clear vision. So let me turn this price point, because I know I got 705. So let me turn 705 to, I'll just add it on with the dash lines with the rest of them. All right. So you got bottoms, 702s, mid, 708s, tops, 716s. So that'll be your true range, the whole entire range throughout the whole entire, from last week's setup to last Friday candle. So there you go. So now y'all get it? All right, get it. Wait. So now y'all see why I got all these lines set in place. That was all setups from last week, from tops, bottoms, opens, and everything else. So now y'all get it. Now y'all get it. So watch it, 708, 78. Watch them bottoms. Remember, that's gonna be the little mid area out of this range. You crack that, then you go down to the lower portion of that range. So watch this here on how 708 is gonna hold up. Can we stay on top of 708? Go for that reversal back up towards the 710s to 712s, or will we continue with this downtrend for the second half of the market? So keep that on watch. So 708 is gonna be key level. 708. 78 is going to be your key level. Whether we crack it or hold it and reverse back up. If we hold it, that'll keep us in this range of 708, 78 to 712, 39s, because you're underneath that price point. That'll keep you in this range here. That'll keep you in this range. So all you're doing is rotating from the top areas of 712s, rotating down towards 708. That's pretty much all you're doing right now. You're just kind of in this little downtrend setup still, just slowly rotating from the tops to the bottoms. That's all you're doing. As I stated, Teller, Meta, watch your 670s. If buyers can hold the 670s, then we'll maintain in that range of 670s up to that 670, 750. We get a pullback underneath 670, then you got to focus on that lower range from that price point down to the 664s, where we will continue the downtrend setup. Or if you want to look at it, the inverted cup. Same thing with SPY. SPY still has let me see, do we have even a bigger cup, even back down? I mean, if we get a full pull back down this way, that's going to close out even a bigger cup. Because you have these bottoms, and let me draw it out for example for, once again, like I always do. Yeah, let me see if I can try to, Windows. So, bottoms all the way down towards 702. We already know that we topping out from 16s all the way back down to the 12s. Now all the way down towards the 710s to 708s. So we crack that. That'll put us back down in this range. 705s down to where? 702. That'll close out an even bigger cup. Now, if the buyers can hold, like just say for instance this happens. We crack 708s and we fall back down to the lower areas. Down to the 705, 702s. Buyers could seize another opportunity for a possible double bottom if they hold 702 again, because we already got one bounce right here, right? If they can hold that level again, they could try to go for another bounce and utilize that again to push back up. So if we do happen to crack that 708s down to the 705, 702s, watch this bottom to see if they're going to try to go for a double bottom, because you already got one where they bounce. And if we do pull back down in this area again, let's see if they're going to try to go for another possible bottom. So keep that on watch. Keep it on watch. Look like a football play. look like a whole football play. Jenna, Nvidia, you're back on top of 210. Remember we talked about that 210 level? That was gonna be crucial. Watch your 210. And remember, guys, next week, small account challenge. I'm ready. I'm ready for it. So yeah, just keep it on watch, Jenna. Like I said, watch your 210. So long as 210 holds, we want to get that push back up towards that 212, up towards that 214. But keep in mind, 214 is going to be met up right with that 200-day moving average. So definitely keep that on watch and keep that in mind. So we'll post a little line right here. up towards that 714 level, and it's going to be lined up right with the 200-day moving average. So let me go ahead and mark that off for you. I got you on that. So we'll set up 2 alerts. As long as that 210 holds, let's see, can we get that rotation on that U-shaped pattern back on up. 212 first, up towards that 214. So definitely keep that on watch. Take your time and understand your price points. Understand the personality on how NVIDIA likes to move. On normal basis, NVIDIA likes to move by $2 increments. So keep that in mind. And it likes to move in somewhat of even numbers, if that makes sense. So I'm going to set up 2 alerts on the NVIDIA side. As long as we're holding that 210 for the long long side, 212 to 214. And keep in mind, 214 is going to be lined up right with the 200-day moving average. So that'll be 2 potential targets towards the upside. Now on the downside, underneath 210, I got 208. So I'm sorry. Excuse me, Jenna. If you realize, look at your range already on NVIDIA. Look at your range. See where your bottoms are holding at? 208, right? You see where your bottoms, every time you come down toward 208, buy you step in. 208, buy you step in. We come up toward 214s, sell a step in. So understand your range. Remember, always identify yourself with the range. Where are your sellers located? Where are your buyers located? Once you start to understand that, mark it off. Because that's going to help you out. It's going to make things a lot more easier for you, right? Because if you're starting to understand the range and how the way it's rotating, you put your price points. Now you can get a better understanding on how to utilize those price points. So we know that 214 is going to be resistance, right? That's where your sellers are sitting at. Because every time you hit around 214, you pull back. When you come down towards the 208s, that's where your buyers come in. You push right back on up. So notice your range that we have right now doing intraday. It's going to be 214 tops, 208 bottoms, right? Pay close attention to your range. Pay close attention to the range. And just mark those levels off. Because, again, it helps you trade a lot more better. Because you can utilize the overall tops and you can utilize the overall bottoms. Because you know, we break above 214 and spike on up to even higher price points and then pull back. What's going to be 9 times out of 10 utilized for support? 214. Because you're taking resistance, turning that bad boy now into what? Support. Vice versa. That's just like if you crack underneath the 208 levels, right? And you so happen to get a bounce back on up to 208. Now you can utilize that for another opportunity or another entry for resistance at 208 to pull right back on down. So now you see what I mean? Utilize those. And remember, I told you, the market, you go through 4 states within the market. We went over this yesterday. You go through a trending state, ranging state, breakout state, reversal state. Once you identify what range it is or what state it's in, play off of that. Understand it. Start to mark off your levels. That's how you make it way, way easier. Can you check Tesla for the upside? I mean, I already know what the upside is. I mean, we done went over Tesla already. Your key levels is going to be 380, 385. Like I told you, I'm just used to Tesla. I already know how Tesla works. So right now, we are underneath what? 380. We already know what levels we need to get back on top of for that strong reversal back to the upside. Look right here. Queen, mark it off. 380. Look right here. Yesterday, ran up to what? 380. Pull back. Ran up to what? 380. Pull back. We try to break above 380. What was that secondary level above 380? 380, 250, right? I can look at this and tell before I even mark it off. Bet 5 on it. Bet 5. I'll put a mark. It's going to be around 380, 250. Want to bet? Let's make a bet right now. Tell her, let's make a bet right now. Before I put a mark on that, it's going to be around 380, 250. Y'all want to bet on it? Let's do it. Nah, I'm just joking. But let me go ahead and mark it off. So watch. Because I just understand the personality on how Tesla moves. I'm just used to it. So watch. It's going to be close to that 380, 250 where they pull back at. Watch. Bet 5 on it. Put it in white. Let's see. What do you know? 380, 250. Crazy, huh? It's like I already know how Tesla moves. So it's like I don't even really need to look at chart. I just know it. I just know how the way it moves and what it needs to, what price points needs to take place in order for us to see upside and even downside. I'm just used to it. Because all they did now was break out of their downtrend and utilize the downtrend to bounce. That's all they did. They're trying to now cross over from the bearish side of Tesla now to the bullish side of Tesla. So if you notice, they're trying to build an uptrend. They're trying to slowly build a higher low build. Notice that. Notice what they're doing. So they're going from 375s, 377.50. from 377.50, 380. So the goal is to go from the 370s now into the 380s. So you just lock that in. We just got to get above 380. We get above 380, get into that 380 range, then we can start to focus on moving in the 380 brackets. 382.50, 385, 387.50, 390, and so forth. So just keep that in mind. Like I said, I'm just used to the way that Tesla moves in price brackets. I mean, I'm just used to it. All right, what else we got, guys? What else? The video, we're still in that range. 210 is still trying to hold. Like I said, longs you hold at 210. We want to go for that push up towards that 212. We want to get back above the VWAP, go for that 212 push up towards that 214. But keep in mind the 200-day moving average is sitting right around that 214. Tesla, the goal is to get back into the 380s, point blank. 380s, 382.50 up to 385. That's the goals. So just keep everything on watch, guys. But yeah, that was definitely a beautiful play. Beautiful play. Inverted cup. We already called that out since yesterday. And I mean, right now, still looking beautiful. Downtrend setup still taking place, still commencing, guys. Again, if you take if you take yesterday's setup going into today, what did you make? An inverted cup, right? You went on an uptrend, now back to a downtrend. And notice it made it an inverted cup, right down towards the 712s. Then from 712s, you have room to fall down towards where? 708s. Closing out what? An even bigger inverted cup. And then we crack that, we have an even bigger cup, which is down towards the 705s, down to the 702s. So keep that in mind. All you do is, once you start to slowly identify yourself with the patterns, it's so easy to read it. So don't overcomplicate it, and don't have an OCD complex trying to nail every penny on a penny. Don't do that. Don't do that. The best thing to do is round it off as best as possible. Round it off as best as possible and understand the personality on every single stock that you look into. Tesla, Apple, Amazon, Nvidia, Microsoft, even if it's not blue chips and you're looking at penny stocks. Understand the personality and how it moves. Some may move in $2 increments, some may move in $5 increments, and so forth. And once you start to identify yourself with that and just understand the personality of it, man, where are the areas 9 times out of 10 where the sellers are coming at? Where are the areas 9 times out of 10 where the buyers are coming at? Mark your levels off. Hell, go into your daily time frame. Mark off the key levels. Where was your highs? Where was your lows? From Monday through Fridays. Mark them off. That's all I did for SPY. From last week, all I did was mark off the highs and mark off the lows throughout that week. And the only thing that I added from that previous week was Fridays. Because remember, Monday sets the tone, Friday sets the standard. Jay, why did you only put Friday's candle and you didn't get the rest of them? Because Friday created a new standard. Remember, Monday set the tone, Friday sets the standard. That week before that, remember, Mondays was at the bottoms. Friday created a new high. Remember that. So I marked off that area. That's what started off going into the following week. So again, if you go right into your daily, that's why I marked off Friday instead of the whole week. So I'm gonna show y'all. This is why I did that. Because we didn't go all the way back down to those levels. So we didn't need them at that moment. So if I go back on my daily time frame, Miss, my beautiful queen, did you set up conditional? Do you set up? So what you mean as far as conditional orders, queen? Like in what? Let me. Did I go to the right one? Hold up. Hey, my beautiful queen, how you doing? So what you mean by conditional orders, queen? What you mean by that? So right here, guys, look. So if I go back, so why, Jay? So you only marked off Friday of that week. Why didn't you mark off, the rest of them? Because after we broke out of Monday's area, remember, Monday sets the tone, Friday sets the standard. So wherever Friday is going to close off at, you take that area, bring it over to the next week. So what did I do? Took Friday's standard and brought it over to the following week because we created a new high day. And the question is, where we're going to hold in between this area. So all I'm doing right now at this moment, guys, from Friday before last, is just taking this range. And I'm just focusing on this until we either crack this range and come back down into these low-key areas, or we break out of that range and create a new price point. So all I'm doing right now, guys, is just focusing on where we at right now. That's all I'm doing. When a price trigger, do you automatically set your broker to buy or sell? Um, yeah, so okay. Yeah. So okay. Once I start to look at those psychological errors that played off over and over and over like a rinse and repeat, yeah, I would start to put in orders. Like, okay, if we going up towards a resistance area where I know 9 times out of 10 the sellers are waiting, I start to go on with I start to put in my orders in that area. Yeah. Now I don't put all my eggs in one basket. I test it first because I want to make sure my risk and my loss will be low versus going in with all of it. I want to get confirmation. I want to make sure that level is going to hold. Okay, if that level holds, okay, now I'm starting to add the rest of it because we are now, reversing and going in the right direction. Now I feel comfortable. Now I'm focusing now on the rotation back down towards a certain key level that it can pull down to what buyers are going to be waiting at. Vice versa. That's just like if we pull down to a certain key level, that could possibly be a double bottom, area where buyers have held before. Rinse and repeat. Almost like what we're seeing right here, where after Tuesday's lows, right here, right? What happened? Thursday hit that same exact lows. So all the buyers did was play off of that psychological level, right? Because look at it. That created a what? Double bottom. So once they did that, they bought back in. Boom. They had way more what? Reward than risk. And played it back to the upside. And that's it. And that's all they did. So once you look at these psychological levels to kind of get an understanding where the overall sellers could be sitting at and where the overall buyers can be sitting at, that's how you play it versus being caught in the middle. That's what I was telling everybody, man, don't diddle in the middle. Look for the overall areas, the overall tops, the overall bottoms, the overall areas where sellers going to be located and the overall areas where buyers going to be located because it's going to help you trade out a lot more better versus guessing and getting caught in the middle, not knowing what it's going to do. Because when you're in these mid-consolidated areas, you don't know where it's going to go half the time. Sometimes we may get a continuation, breakout. Sometimes we may get, after consolidation where it could top out and then reverse on down. You're right? Because it's still kind of an indecisive area. So I look for areas of, like again, a psychological play that can play out over and over and over and over again till that price is no longer needed. So as I stated, and I know a lot of people going to ask, well, Jay, why did you start with Friday's candle versus, getting the rest of them? Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. Why? Because we went on a bullish rally and closed out Friday very strong. All I did was take that close, go into now the next week. Because all I was doing now was looking at these bottoms. I took Friday's bottoms. Okay, we pulled back down, and basically the reason why we had a gap down. Once that gap was filled, okay, could we hold this level and then go right back up? And I can show y'all. Y'all go right here to the daily. What did we have? A gap fill. Right here. In between Friday's area and Thursday's area. Look at this little gap fill. So once this area got filled up, I was looking to see, okay, could now buyers utilize this to push their way back to the upside? And they did. So once Tuesday's bottom already was set, okay, once we pull back down on Thursday, could buyers play off that same exact area, create what? A double bottom, which they did. They came down, because remember, I was alerting that last Thursday. Remember what I told you guys? When we went on that pullback, I said, guys, keep on watch. Once we crack on underneath that 708, all right, guys, we got room to fall back down to the 705. Boom, we hit that. All right, guys, next key level underneath that 705, watch for that 702. Boom, hit the 702, and then what happened? We reversed right back to the upside. Was a good buying opportunity right here. So once I start to see these psychological levels, that's the best areas that I look for opportunities. Instead of getting caught in the middle, because where a lot of people mess themselves up at, Miss Reed, they like to trade every damn day. They like to look for a trade every day. Sometimes you can just hold off. You don't have to trade every day. Wait for the setups to present themselves and then go for it. Some traders will do that. Some traders don't even trade every day. They'll wait for those actual psychological errors. Once it gets, we can get close to them, whether it's at the bottoms or the tops, then that's when they go for it. Think about it. How many traders after this bottom here, and we started to get this pullback, how many buyers was waiting to see, to go for a possible double bottom? And what happened? Think about it. Look at the psych. But Miss Reed, think about it. Look at the psychology behind that pullback bounce on Thursday, right? Off of Tuesday's bottoms. Look right here. Look right here, Miss Reed. Look right here. Did they jump in? Did those buyers on Wednesday jump in right here? Some of them didn't. No. They waited to see, can we get a pullback down towards these levels? They saw this opportunity setting up. They started this level here before, went on a bounce back on up. Then when Thursday pulled right back down to Thursday's bottom, they went for another opportunity. And what happened? They had way more reward than risk, and they got a nice payout. Think about it. Have some of these traders, they play off of psychological levels. That's all they do. And this is all last week's setup. From where we at? Friday. What's it Friday? Yeah, Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. So throughout this whole little week, all they do is play the bottoms and they played the tops. Double top. Bam. Friday's top, right here. That was what? 7-12-39? Boom. 7-12-39. Double top. Bam. Short side. 702.64 bottoms. 702.64 bottom, bam, top. Now you see the psychology behind it. Some of these traders will wait for these psychological levels versus just, getting caught in the middle. They'll wait for the psychological levels where they have a better opportunity and a better outcome to go for a better trade. And some of them do that. So that's what I started to kind of study. And I started to kind of have a lot more patience on how to use my daily, going into my 5-minute time frame, going into my 1-hour time frame to see, okay, how's the week setting up? Because remember what I told you guys. Every week is a performance. Monday through Friday is always a performance, right? So you got to think about it. What pattern Monday through Friday are we building? Are we building a range? In other words, could it be what's the word I want to use? Could it be something like a mid-range market throughout that week? Could it be an uptrend market throughout that week? Could it be a downtrend market throughout that week? All I'm trying to do is figure out. You can't base it off of just one day. You got to put all your days together, because once you put your days together, it connects and makes a readable and understanding market. So in other words, okay, if I take, let me go back to my 5, and I'm gonna show y'all, for example, what I mean. So if I go to let's say a 5-minute time frame, you go back to normal. All right, go back. Look up, think about it. Look right here, guys. Remember, your gray boxes is post-market, pre-market. Your black boxes are intradays, right? Put all your days together. What is it? And all your weeks together. What are they doing? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. What did it do? Create a what? Uptrend. Throughout that whole week. Monday through Friday created an uptrend. Monday through Friday created an uptrend throughout that week. Okay? What did we do the following week? Right here. Monday, Tuesday, we ranged. We were in a range. So you notice the patterns. Every single week, they're creating something, right? After we went on that nice move up towards the upside that previous week, the upcoming week, what happened? You consolidated. So notice the pattern. Monday through Friday, we ranged. We ranged until we broke out of that range. And all you do, exactly, consolidations. Remember, guys, after any big move up or any big move down, what happens? The market consolidate. That's no difference than you running, right? What do you need to do if you want to continuously run? You need to take a breather. You need to take a breath. You need to kind of replenish yourself. You got to take a little breather. All right, let me go for the next one. That's what the market does. The market either runs up or the market either runs down, and then your consolidation is your breathing area, because it has to breathe a little bit. It has to, man, try to get that breath in, man. All right, got my breath. All right, let's go for the next move. That's when your next setup comes in at. That's all the market is doing. It's just running, taking a breath, trying to relax to go for the next move. It's running, taking a breath, trying to wait for the next move. It's right, and it don't matter again whether it's running up or it's running down. You're going to come into a portion of consolidation where it's setting up for the next possible play, whether it's a breakout or a reversal right back on down. That's where you start to try to understand. Okay, you start to mark off your levels in doing the consolidation, because you know what areas you need to break if you want to see continuation upside. You know what you need to crack if you want to see a reversal towards the downside. That's when you take that into consideration. So you minimize your chart and understand, okay, what is it doing each week? What is this week doing? Is this week consolidating or is this week uptrending? Like I just showed you guys. Look, you go back to one of the following weeks. What did this week do? Where's that? Right here. Let's start. Remember, each week, Monday through Friday, is always a performance. Monday, uptrend. Tuesday, uptrend. Wednesday, uptrend. This whole entire week, uptrended, until we broke out of this area here, right? 702, 78, and then went up towards a higher price point, right? You broke out of that area, but you kept going up throughout that week, uptrended, higher lows, and then once that area was met, what happened? You went into consolidation, because the market was taking a breather, trying to get itself ready for the next setup. Then after that, what happened? After it came out of consolidation, boom, you broke up. Then you hit higher price points. Then you went from the 712s. Bam. Then you went up to even higher price points, 714, 716. And what's happening? 716 right now at this moment, as far as SPY, that is your all-time tops. That is your 52-week high. All right, bam. So mark that off. So we know where we need to break throughout next week or whatever day or whatever week comes up. You know what area we need to break if we want to see higher price points. So once we get that move back up, we know we need to break that 716 in order for us to get to 618s, in order for us to get to 720s. So mark that off, because until that area is met, that's going to mean something. That's going to still be considered a brick wall. That, so keep those levels in motion, guys. Utilize every price point to the best of your ability till you no longer need it. Create a bigger range. Create a range. Look right here. 702 bottoms. I created a big range based off my 5-minute time frame. 702 bottoms because we haven't cracked it. 716.87 because we haven't broken it. So I gotta utilize this range to the best of my ability until those price points are no longer needed. So we know where the bottom's at this moment. We know how far we can go down to so far, right? 702. Because again, that level's holding. Because every time we come down towards 702, you bounce. So that's considered what? Support. So we gotta mark that off, right? Now we went up towards where? 716. We gotta mark that off because we haven't broken it. So between 702, 716, we are in a what? We're a range. The market is rotating. It's trying to figure its way out of this box. How are we going to come out? Are we going to find our way to go crawl back up towards the 716 and break and create new higher days? Or will we start to come back down toward the 702s and crack that level back down to the 700s and so forth? How are we going to come out of this range? Take these price points in consideration. Guys, take these price points into consideration. Old resistance, look right here, turn right back into resistance. What price point was that? 712.39. Old resistance, turn back into resistance, right? I have not moved my price points. These are price points that's been set in place since last week. And all I'm doing is looking at this range. All I'm doing is looking at this range. I don't have to do anything else. All I'm doing is trying to figure out, okay, how are we going to come out of this range? Are we going to hold and reverse our way back up? Or are we going to crack and continuously fall our way back on down towards where? My key levels. 702. That's going to be a strong support. 716 is going to be a strong resistance. All the market guys, pay close attention to what the market is doing every single week. So notice all we're doing right now is rotating from the bottoms to the tops, now coming down to this little mid area, right? That's preventing you from going all the way back down towards the 705, 702. This is the area, somewhat of a pivot point where it can benefit both sides of the fence. That pivot point can help the buyers and it can help the sellers. As long as you stay on top, it can benefit the buyers. What you mean by that, Jay? So let me draw that out real quick. So this is your pivot point. That's why I got it listed in yellow. So right here, as long as that pivot point holds, you stay above 708, it benefits the buyers, where buyers can move their way back up to possibly towards the upside to retesting the 716. Now, the pivot point can also benefit the sellers, because if you crack back down, go for a little bounce back on up, we can turn it to resistance. 708, start to pull back down, and then you create a what? Downtrend. Now you see all I'm doing is taking my price points and those psychological levels and just trying to figure them out. What area is very important? What is the area where buyers have stepped in at? What's the area that can be utilized for support and the area that can be utilized for resistance? I'm not looking at the middleman of this crap right here, all this consolidation. I'm looking at the main areas. Right here, right here, right here. Why? Because they utilized 708 before, bounced and went on an uptrend, right? Then 716, you went right back on down. See? All I'm doing is taking psychological areas and I'm looking at the overall play. I'm not worried about the consolidated areas. I'm looking at the areas that makes more sense, because I don't want to get caught in consolidation and I'm not making nothing, until volatility steps in. I'm looking at overall areas where sellers can step in. I'm looking at overall areas where buyers can step in. All I'm doing is looking at these main key levels. Why do you think that half the time I'm marking off the other areas like in dashed lines and I got the main areas in solid lines? Do y'all not see what I'm doing? Do you not see I'm marking off the main areas with the actual colors? And the other areas I'm marking off in dashed lines? Because that's the area that they can easily bypass, whether it's up or down, to get to the main price point. Why do you think I put dash lines in some of these areas? Because that's not the real true areas. Why do you think I mark off the other areas in solid lines? Because those are areas where I know they 9 times out of 10 they utilize. No, you notice I do that? Y'all notice the areas that's really not really important, I mark them off in dash lines. The areas that are the ones that are important, those are the ones I mark off with more solid lines because I know where the buyers are located and I know where the sellers are located. Why do you think I color code this in red for supply and I color code this in green for demand? Because where did you buyers step in at? Where did your buyers go crazy in at or buy up at? Right here, 702, 705, right here in your demand zone and bought right back on up. Bam. Sellers stepped in, started to step in on their positions, bam, right back on down. All I'm doing is looking at key areas. That's all I'm doing. Always just trying to understand what is the market doing every single week. How can I connect the dots? What are we forming? What did I do yesterday, guys? Before it even happened. Yesterday I called out what? In a possible inverted cup and handle pattern. Did I not? I said, man, if we crack underneath the 712s, I said, guys, we can fall back down to the 710s, to the 708s. Where we at right now? Jay, how the hell did you know that? Because I identified myself with a possible pattern. Because I saw the weakness right in this level. I saw it coming. Now, sometimes I can't call it out right then and there, but I can see the pattern damn near sometimes ahead of time. Sometimes I may call it too early, and we don't see it right then and there, but look what happened. Didn't it not form? It formed. Did I not scream out inverted cup? And I go back and I'll show my live stream that I called that out. Before all of this even happened. When it was first setting up, I said, guys, I see a possible inverted cup that can form. And showing up, we did it. Identify yourself with the patterns, and then you'll get a better understanding. So watch, I'll bring it up because I posted it in my Discord, the timestamp where I actually posted it. Let me see if it's gonna let me bring up my Discord. Why is it not letting me bring it up? Hold up. Hold on, guys. Let me go to my Discord real quick. I'll try to bring it up. Discord. I'm trying to go to my I hate when this thing does this. Like when I close it out, it don't never let me I'm gonna go to my link again. Hold up. Let me go to my Discord link. Where's it at? Discord. Where you at? There we go. Discord. Alright. So I can go to the link itself. Alright, Discord link. Alright, and go to my YouTube link where I actually started talking about it before it even happened. I was alerting everybody. Why I gotta put all this in? Why it's not letting me go straight to my... Man, I hate when this thing does this. Oh my god. It's like after I close my account, my Discord, it won't even let me bring it back up. I know where I can go. I put in my YouTube post. I can bring it up. Well, there's a will, there's a way. So I know I posted in my YouTube itself. Let me go to it. Go to my channel, go to post, and I do have the link that'll go straight to the video. There we go. Alright, come on. So this is what okay guys, this is the game plan. If everything goes according to plan today, this is what we want to see. This is what we want to see today. We want to, let me go back to white. Hold up, put my pen back to white, my bad. That was yesterday, guys. Remember. Alright, so we want to close this bigger color. Now I might call it a little early. I called it a little early because I was expecting to do it yesterday. Right here where we at. Jay, why are we bouncing right here? Because this is the area where we bounced in after the gap down yesterday. So we want to take that area out, right? Down towards the 711, 28, down to the 710, down, so back down towards the 708. That's going to close out that color. So right here we got it. Did I not call it? Did I not call it? I said we cracked that 712s. We'll have room to fall down to the 711s, 710s, down to the 708s. Where we at? Right down towards that 708, ain't we? It's like I can just see a pattern because I'm just used to seeing. Because I start to, like I said, the main things that I look towards is like once I start to see weakness, I start to see overextensions. I started to say, okay, how much higher can we go before we start to actually turn back on down? And I noticed it. I noticed it ahead of time. Now, we did break above the 715s up to 716s, but then we came right back underneath and actually created an inverted cup and dropped on down. So, and we were in a supply zone. That's why I got it listed off in red. So I was trying to see, okay, I know we're hitting these top areas, and I know it's not going to keep going up before the FOMC meeting. I know we're going to get a pullback somewhere along the line. And sure enough, we hit that 716 post-market, pre-market, we continued. Intraday, we continued and closed out what? Damn near that cup. So I saw it ahead of time. I saw it. Sometimes I may call it out too early, but I can see it. That's why I try to warn everybody. I try to let everybody know an inverted cup could possibly be coming. And we did. Now, it's not going to always be perfect, of course. I mean, because you do have like a little dent in the cup. It's not a perfect arc, but you can clearly see it's an inverted cup. Yeah, I mean, and the reason why I can identify it so easily and fast now because all I do is deal with blue chip companies. And as I told you guys, I have to go through every single one of them individually for every trader because every trader trades, different ones. Microsoft, Apple, Google, Tesla, Amazon, Meta, Nvidia, AMD. I have to go through every single one to give, these traders the right answer. So I have to go through every single one. So what I do is I understand the personality. I'm sitting there kind of just looking at it. I'm just studying it. And that's how it's easy for me to call it out so quick because I've dealt with it for a long time now. Because I don't hop out of the blue chips. I mainly stay in the blue chips to understand on how a lot of them move. So that's why it's so easy for me to call half the time without even having to look at a daily chart, an hourly chart, or anything like with Tesla. When me and Nadia was talking. Because Nadia was like, well, how to come you don't have to look at the daily on Tesla? I said, I'm just used to it. And I already had a trend line already set in motion. Well, I did use my hourly time frame on it because I made a downtrend on it. And I know what levels that we needed to break. And even just based off my hourly time frame on Tesla, I was able to identify the price points that we needed. So even with, if I go to Tesla on the 1 hour time frame, I think that's why I marked it off at, the downtrend at the beginning. I already saw it. See, I already had it mapped out. So I already saw the downtrend set in motion. I already saw the downtrend set in motion. And I already had the levels mapped out. Okay, where did the buyers come in aggressive? And I already had it right up. 385, I already had it marked off. And then you can see how 385 acted strong support. And it also now acted strong resistance. That's a pivot point. So that's why, again, I shouted to everybody from yesterday into today. That's why we need 380, 385. Because why? 385 is going to put us back in this range here. Because once you got back above, or once you got above right here, once you held 385, how far did you push up to? You pushed up towards the 400s, even as high as damn near 410s. And that was off of what price point? 385. So you can see how powerful it acted as a support. And notice how powerful it acted as a resistance. So therefore, 385 is a pivot because it can play both sides of the fence. So a pivot, guys, is a beneficial price point where it can act as support and can act as resistance. Once I already identified that level, 385, that's why I was bringing it to you guys' attention. That's why we need to get that push back up towards 380 to 385. So that's why I was warning you guys, or alerting you guys, telling you what Tesla needs. Tesla needs to get back above what? 385, because that's going to also put you above the 200-day moving average, and putting you back towards the bullish side of things. Because you got to keep in mind, you're still underneath the bearish side of things as long as you're underneath that 200-day moving average. Well, that 385 can act as strong resistance because you underneath it. Plus, now you have the 200-day moving average with it. So now, until we can cross above 385 and cross above that 200-day moving average, that's going to be resistance. As you run up, and we cannot get that break, it can be considered resistance and get a pull right back on down. Now, it's only when we get above these two key areas, then we can proceed back on up towards the 390s and 400s. So you just have to understand the personality and how it moves. And like I said, I did my research when I went all the way back to see the true areas where buyers came in the most aggressive, or the areas that acted as a support and the area that acted as resistance. Once I identified that, I brought it to you guys' attention. And that's all I did. So I did my research. Do you have a ThinkScript code for studies? I created a custom volume thing right here, a volume bar, and that's why I'm able to see the daily, and I'm able to see my today's volume. So I have this set up. This is coded, Miss Reed, right here. This is coded. So, and it works on all platforms. You can see right here, that little barcode, it works on any stock. You can see it works on for NVIDIA or whatever tick I set, it's going to automatically adjust to it. So, I do have that set. I do have a little color-coded bar set. So I do color code that, but yeah. So but anything else like that's the only thing I have color code. I have coded. Other than that, as far as like lines and stuff, I do that myself. I do it myself. I mean, it takes some time, but and I do it myself because I like to understand things. I like to and I like to study. I like to study, and understand the patterns, the ranges. I mean, I like to do it myself because it helps me become a better trader where I'm not guessing things, because I know a lot of people be like, Jay, what's next? Jay, what's the next price point? Jay, what, and I don't mind doing it, but the fact is, it's like, if I can do it, you guys can do it. Like, I didn't just automatically start just knowing this. Again, coming out the womb and knowing the stock market, I had to go through my mistakes. I had to learn, and now, I mean, look what level I'm at now. I can post my own stuff. I don't have to go to nobody else. I don't have to go to another, go to somebody else's YouTube. They're like, man, how did they come up with this? I just figured it out. I had to figure out what time frames, holds a lot of value and that can benefit me and help me. And that's it. And then once I started to understand that, I started to understand, okay, the psychology behind it. How does the sellers move? Where the sellers, where does the seller come in the most? Where does the buyers come in the most? And that's it. And I don't make it complicated. See, I'm gonna tell you right now, Miss Reed, while a lot of traders and a lot of people can agree with me with this. Well, a lot of people get confused that and mess themselves up. They forget about the price points that they dealt with. That's it. Like, if we're in a certain price point within like last week, they'll forget about those prices. They'll erase them off their charts. Forget about that. And then, oh man, what's next? Instead of keeping them in, leaving them on your charts until they're no longer needed, they take them off. They'll take them off, and then they'll get confused for the new week. While all the while, they had the price points from the last week that could have helped them. How many years have you been trading? I started in 2016, 17, somewhere in that bracket. I started somewhere around there. Yeah, and I've been trading ever since. So I dealt with all types. Penny stocks. Of course, blue chip stocks. And then going through... trying to figure out what type of trade I was. Long, short, options trading. I mean, I went through everything. I went through it all. When I first started, see, now, on the level that I'm in right now, I only have, pretty much four indicators. 4 indicators, 200-day, 9 MA, 20 MA, and my 50. And the VWAP, but that's just automatic. But before then, I didn't know what indicators to use. I was using, and I'm just gonna tell the truth, I was using 10 to 20 indicators, and my whole chart looked like a rainbow festival. I had a 9 MA, 20 MA, 50 MA, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300. I mean, it was a whole massive festival. Once I got better and better and better at my my journey in my career as a trader, I started to eliminate so many indicators, and now all I use is a 9 MA, 20 MA, 50 SMA, and my 200 SMA. That's all I use. That's really all I use. I don't use nothing else, nothing special. So I went from damn near having 50 indicators down to damn near 4 to 5 indicators. Yeah, I mean, I have this set on should be on my 1 hour. I do use it on my 1 hour. Look right here. RSI, look right here, it's at the bottom. On my 1 hour time frame. I use it for my 1 hour and my yearly charts. So, yeah, I do have my RSI up here. I mean, at the bottom. Hour time frame. And if I go to my yearly and daily time frame, it's on there too. So, if I go up here. Bam. RSI, right there. So I don't use them like for the 5 minute and 1 minute, all that crap. No. I use them for like the bigger time frames. I use them for the 1 hour daily. I use it for those. That's what I use them for. Yeah, I mean, but yeah, for like 5 minute all that. No, I don't use no RSI for that. No. Because if you set, I'll put it like this: if you set it up on a 5-minute time frame, man, that thing can blast through that so quick. So that's what I'm saying. There's just no point to put them on a smaller time frame because them things can blast right through a RSI so quick. I just don't do it. I just use it on a bigger time frame. I ain't gonna even lie to you. To be honest, Miss Reed, I'll be honest with you. Half time, I don't even look at the RSI. I don't even look at it. Sometimes I don't even look at it. I just get used to. It's hard to explain. It's like when you do it for so long, you kind of. It's hard for me to explain it. I mean, like I said, I use it every now and then, but I just got so used to just. I don't know. It's like a thing built in my head where I just automatically know overextensions and overbought areas. Like I said, I can't explain it, but it's like I kind of know. I just get a. It's like a thing in the back of my head when I know something is overextended, up or down. Because sometimes, like I said, the RSI, and I'll just be honest with you, sometimes the RSI don't mean, excuse my language, sometimes the RSI don't mean shit. Because, think about it, guys. Call me a lie. Guys, tell me I'm lying. When Nvidia and SMCI went on that bullish run, did that RSI mean anything? You remember when Nvidia caught fire and when SMCI caught fire for what, 3 months? Not 4 figures. For 3 months, did the RSI mean anything? How long did it stay overbought? 3 months, right? When Nvidia and them kept going before the stock split. Guys, tell me I'm lying. When Nvidia and SMCI went on that major run for like 3 months, did that RSI mean anything? No. It didn't mean not a damn thing. That RSI stayed overbought for damn near 3 months. RSI don't mean crap. So to me, I'll base it off of volatility and my earnings, economics, what comes out, FOMC meetings, if the president's going to say something, anything of that nature. You know, I definitely keep the overbought scenario in mind and the oversold scenario in mind, yes. But half the time, sometimes the RSI don't mean not a damn thing. I'll be honest with you. It don't. Because they can still keep going. I'm just going to be honest. I just seen it happen. We saw it happen. Nvidia kept going. Overbought. Nvidia kept going. Overbought. Now we're in February. Nvidia still going. Overbought. Nvidia still going. Overbought. Now we're in March. Nvidia still going. It don't really mean nothing half the time. Because they'll still play off. They'll still. Nah, it's true. No, Miss Reed, I promise you. I forgot. God, what was that when Nvidia and them went on that run before the stock split? Was that in 2000? Was that in 20? Wait, what? Let me. I might not be able to see it. Not since they did that stock split. Let me see. When was that when they went on that major run? Nvidia. What was that? Let me see if we still have it. What year was that? I mean, look at this. Then that's when we had that major pullback. Then we finally got the pullback. But other than that bad boy kept going. Kept going. It just went non-stop. Still. Yeah, so I think I got it. Yeah, I think that is the right year. Let me make sure that all this crap is in the way. I can't see it. God dog it. I think that got my year blocked off. I can't see it. What year was that? 23. 2020. I think it was right here. I think that was like 2022, 2023, something like that. I know it was right here, 2023. We got that blast off, and that's when SMCI went on that run, right before the stock split. I remember that crap, cause it just kept going for like 3 months straight. It kept going for like 3 months straight, and then it pulled back. Cause I remember that because that's when I missed out on that $140,000. That still make me sick to this day. I still got sick to my stomach. It made me sick. And it wasn't even on the video. It was on SMCI when he did that. I can't. Now I want to look at it because now I'm just sick to my stomach when I think about SMCI now. Oops, is that right? See, I can't see nothing now ever since the stock split. I missed out, man. I missed $140,000 in one day. Oh my God, I'm still sick to my stomach thinking about that. I was like, every time I think about it, it make me sick. And that was right before the stock split happened. Off of 500 shares. That bad boy. I'm trying to remember the price where it was at when I missed it. What, like, I remember now. The prices was at 11. No, I had my target set at 1100. That's what happened. I had my target set at 1100. That's when SMCI and the video kept going. And me and AK-47 both called out 1100. We said that was going to be the area where it was going to pull back at. Tell me why. Miss Reed, not lying to you. I had 500 shares sitting at 1100, waiting to catch that pullback. And my target was back down towards 800. Tell me why. That bad boy hit 1080. Off by $20. $20. Then it fell. Missed my entry, or missed my orders off of $20. Then fell to my target area of 800. I was so sick to my stomach. I was so sick. Oh my God. And then I couldn't do it. I couldn't catch him because once that drop happened, it was rapid. It was rapid. I couldn't even catch it down. It just took off like toward the downside. And it went from 1080 to 200. I would have made $200 off of that damn near. 200 to 300 damn near. Oh my God, I was so sick to my stomach. Oh my God. And I can even do the math for you guys. Because, watch, I'll do the math to show you I'm not lying. Because I still remember to this day. So, it dropped from, and I'll show y'all the proof. I'll show you the proof. I'll do the math right now, Ms. Reed. Watch this. Because it was at 1080. I remember that's where it pulled back down to. And my target was 800. So that roughly came down to 280. Times 500 shares. I'm lying? Am I lying? I'm lying? I still got that number that's like a nightmare to me. And that was in one day. One day was a $200 drop. Now, had it would have hit my area, well, I had my target, which was 1100, this is what would have happened. Times 500 shares, I would have had over 150 in one day. $150,000 in one dang day. Woo! Oh my God. It's like the that still haunts me to this day. And that happened since 2022, 2023, something like that, I think. Still haunts me to this day. Off by $20. $20, Ms. Reed. Oh my God. 500 shares. I forgot where my account was at that time. Because I was able to get like 500 shares. And I had it waiting. I had my orders just waiting. And oh my God. It's all good. Nah, it's all good. Nah, I was sick. I'm gonna tell you, Ms. Reed, that it was either that month or that week. I forgot what I did that week. I don't know if I took off. I forgot what I did that week though, but I was sick to my stomach. Oh, I was sick. Cause the only thing that was going through my head was the woulda, coulda, shoulda. I couldn't let it go. Cause the fact is, me and AK damn near called the price point where that bad boy is gonna turn around. After that 3 months of running, we called it out. But we was, like I said, we was out by 20. And I'm gonna tell you the other sick part about it. After it dropped down towards like 800, tell me why. It bounced from 800 and then went back up to 1100. Finally hit my mark. Oh boy. Oh my God. Then it wind up hitting 1100 after that bounce. I was sick. I ain't never touched NVIDIA and SMCI ever since. I ain't never touched it ever since. Oh, I was sick. Ooh. I ain't gonna lie. I felt bad for the people that went long on that though. Whoo, if they went long on that and swung that, whoo, jeez Louise. If they went long towards those tops, thinking that bad boy's gonna keep going, and next thing you know, they $200 went against them. Yee. Can you imagine that? That's why I play safe, and I watch it, and that's why I try to do my best, guys, to put you guys in the best position where you're not gambling, you're not, especially if you're trying to swing trade and you're not Oh, God. No, I didn't. Well, yeah, that stock. I blocked the stock. But that's why, even from that, I try to help traders out now so they don't put themselves in bad positions. Like jumping in on a swing trade that might reverse on them strong the next day. You know, like, oh man, like, I mean, I'm gonna just, for the sake of the argument. So just imagine how many people jumped in at 17, 15 on a long for a swing trade, thinking about, oh man, we're gonna break through. And at the moment, they're excited. Oh man, post market. Oh man, we broke above 715, going up to 716. Next thing you know, it turns on them. You see what I mean? That type of stuff, like to prevent them from doing things like that. And because don't get me wrong, I've been caught in stuff like that, and also been caught in a position where that bad boy actually reversed and kept going, and it was a gamble. But I do my best to help, help traders, especially on swing trades, like to not set yourself up for failure. You know, to not put yourself in the wrong position versus putting yourself in the right position. Because again, just imagine how many people that's trying to jump in on the long side yesterday, thinking it was gonna continue on up today, only to wake up to realize that that bad boy is going the whole total opposite way on where they think it was going. So, but I did warn you guys yesterday, possible inverted cup. I warned you guys. I said impossible inverted cup. I just saw that coming. I saw that coming. Now, again, another thing you can do, especially if you're an options trader and you really don't deal with post-market and pre-market, is just to turn it off. Turn your post-market and pre-market off. Let me pick up an... Ooh, I knew I was going to do that. I knew I was going to do that. I hit that X. I saw it coming. I said, you about to press that X. I did. Let me refresh my chart. Hold on, guys. I knew I was going to do that. I knew it. I knew I was about to do that. God dog it. I knew I was about to do it. It's about to refresh. So that's why I'm so glad I have it set up where it can come right back to normal. So watch. That's why another beautiful thing to do, save your charts, save your setup. So if something happens, you can put it right back up. It's about to come back up, guys. Give it about 10 seconds. It's about to come back up. So always save it just in case anything goes wrong. See? Back to normal. So, can't believe I did that crap. Let me see. Jeez Louise. Holy crap. almost messed myself up. Almost messed myself up, guys. Almost. There we go. Now, as I was saying, detach. What I had? NVIDIA and Tesla. Tesla back to normal. Let me put my charts back to normal, guys. My bad. I'm sorry about that. My fault. Put my charts back to normal. Alright, there we go. Now, as I was saying, if you're options trading and you really don't like to deal with post-market, pre-market, just turn it off. Turn off your post-market and pre-market. So all you see is your intradays. So take off your extended hours. It's only going to show intradays together. See that? It's going to only show you intradays together, which still makes patterns. Still makes patterns just based off of intradays alone. So, bam. See that? So from, what today is? Monday. So Friday, Monday, Tuesday, still makes a pattern. Without intraday, without post-market and pre-market included. So that helps too. See that? It's another thing that helps. Can't believe I did that though. That was an accident. My bad. My fault. So right now, guys, we're still in the range. Like I said, 708 is still holding at this time. So we're still in this range of 708, 712. So just pay close attention. It's all about patience. It's all about patience. Not jumping the gun. Just taking your time, letting everything set up in place. But while it is setting up in place, just understand your ranges. Tops, bottoms, and that's it. You already know what levels you need to break in order to get back in that range. You already know what we need to stay underneath to go back down this way. I mean, once you start to identify yourself with these prices, these price points, you're good to go. Let's see. Anything else we need to look at, guys? Anything else we need to go over? Ms. Reed, any other stocks? I'm about to say Tina. Jenna, Taylor, anything else we need to go over? Or anything else we need to look at as we go into tomorrow? Why is my... Oh, I was about to say. So understand, and we do fall in need. You know where your demand zone is at, all the way back down this way. This is like your little mid area. This is your little borderline. Yeah, Ms. Reed, no problem. I mean, and I had to go through my ups and downs, and I had to learn from my mistakes, because I got cocky, and I'm just gonna be honest. I got cocky, I got stupid, and I made dumb choices, and I messed myself up a lot. And I mean, somebody's in my... Oh, that's why I'm somebody couldn't grasp the next shot. I was wondering who why my alert, my phone on my camera was going off. But what it did teach me though, Miss Reed, it just taught me to be more humble. Because I'll speak the truth. I was a trader, and I'll be honest, I was banking. Like, I was making, and I still make good money, but back then I was making, like, man, I cashed out, and I'm just gonna be 110% honest with you guys. I had got cocky at the point I took. I might still have the picture if I can find it. I took what, $10,000 out of my account, and I had it wrapped in $2,000 currency bands a piece. Put them in a book sack. Went to Walmart, bought how many screens? I had bought like 7. No, 3. I think that during that time I bought 3 because I had to order the rest. I had bought like 3 curved monitors, and I was just showing off. I was being so cocky, and I was just like, "How much is it?" Yeah, and they was like, "How much?" And I'm trying to see if I can find a picture where I should have it still on my Twitter. Let me see if I can find it. But it just goes to show you, man, I got too cocky and I had to get humble. Like, you know, where I got put through a test. You know, God was like, man, you know what? Like they said, the Lord give it and the Lord take it away. And I had to get put through a humbling moment in my life where I had to come back down to earth. I had to come back to my humbleness because I put myself in a position where, and again, I'll be honest with you guys, I had quit a 10-year job. I was working at the plants for 10 years. I got too confident off of a YouTube video where, knowing I didn't put in so many years at this plant job, quit. Now I had no other income coming in other than my stock trading, knowing that was like at the beginning stage of my career, thinking I knew everything. And I'm in a relationship, and now, first and foremost, I went about it wrong because I didn't even talk to her about it. I wound up just quitting my job. Now she's panicking. What we gonna do if your trading career don't work out? And the first thing that's going through my mind, man, I got this. Had to get humble real quick. Started losing money. $5,000 on a trade, $6,000 on a trade, money going down. Now I'm in a position I have to face reality. Damn, you got to go work a 9 to 5. Now all these people that you were just stunting in front of, now you got to go back to work and show your face. Now you got to lie about it, and I had to go through those situations, and it helped me grow up. It helped me mature. It helped me to appreciate the market more, and not just that, it helped me to be to better stable my finances. Not getting cocky, not getting stupid, not degrading people who's working a 9 to 5. And I had to go through a humbling experience and a humbling moment to put me where I'm at now. And I thank God for that He put me back to where I needed to be. And now I'm more appreciative. And now that's why I help out a lot of people, because I don't want anybody to go through what I went through. Because some people can bounce back from it and some people can't. And I don't ever want none of you guys to go through that. And I had to learn from my mistakes, man. And I just don't ever want nobody to go through it. But I thank God that I went through it, because it helped me be a better person and stand on business now. So things happen. So Let me see if I can find it. If I can find that picture where I had that $10,000 at, I'm trying to see if I can find it. I know it's possibly in my phone, but do I have it saved in my gallery on my computer? I know it's somewhere in here. I show you how to prove. There you go, found it. I found it. Like, look, Miss Reed, am I lying? Am I lying? Am I lying? That's my hand. I was driving my Camaro. Went to the bank. Got $10,000 out. Wrapped in $2,000 of currency bands. Getting all cocky with it. And that was from trading. Yeah, so that's my proof. Don't do that. I'm going to just tell you guys, this is a prime example on what not to do. Work in silence, man. You don't have to show off for people. You don't have to stunt. You don't have to do none of that. That's what, again, I got cocky, got big-headed and stupid. And all I'm saying is you don't have to do all of that, man. You make money behind the scenes, move in silence. That's the most successful people are the ones that move in silence. You don't have to showcase all your money. You don't have to, man, don't do all of that. It's pointless. Because who are you proving that to? To nobody. To people that don't give a damn about you. People that's going to use you, see you as a target, yeah. But don't do all that. That's all. I was just doing that to show you guys. You don't have to do all of that. You don't have to prove yourself to nobody. Don't show off. Don't do all that. It's pointless. Because what do you gain from that? Negative people that's going to leech off of you? Just be smart about it. Just be smart. Yep. But I had to learn from my situations. I had to get humble real quick. So, you live and you learn. So, I'm just a living proof that you can change your ways and you can become a better person. So, it happens. And back then, Miss Reed, I'm not going to even say how much I was spending on watches. Let me see. Do I still have it on my Instagram? Jesus, I was doing too much back then. Let me see. Let me see if I still got it. Let me check my Instagram. Let me see when I had it a long time ago. Do I still have it? Look at my old photos back in the day. I don't know if I still have it. No, I don't have it. But that's why, like I said, I learn from my situation, learn from my mistakes, because I don't want to teach my boys that. I want them to, do you do this live trading now? Yeah, this is my job. This is what I do, Queen. And I trade, yeah. So this is what I do. This is because I was given a second chance through the grace of God. And I just became more humble. I keep my finances tight. Like I'm just very, because I don't want to go back to, working for somebody else, man. I want to just do what I got to do and just, enjoy life while I have it. But this is what I do. It's my 9 to 5, and, I help my grandmother from time to time. And, yeah, I just learn from my, position, and just, anytime I spend or do anything, erratic, I think about my kids first. Even when I trade, I think about my kids, because I look at it as my money is their money. So if I lose, they lose. If I win, they win. So I always put my kids first, because I want what's best for them. And especially when it comes down to my sons, I don't want them to have that same mindset. If they do get, have money, man, don't get cocky with it. Don't show it off. Don't be on Instagram flexing. Don't, man, if you make money, move in silence, man. Move in silence. Don't have to prove yourself to nobody. Make your money and quiet, and be quiet about it. You don't have to show off for nobody. Just be grateful you have it. Thank God that he gave you the opportunity to get it. And move in silence. That's it. If you want to take pictures out, go and eat out. That's fine. But stacks of cash and all that, that's pointless, man. To me, that's people that's insecure. Because, you're doing this for what? For what? Don't do anything for your life. It don't. Because you're doing that in front of the camera. What is going on behind the camera? Half of the stuff people posting up, rent it. They don't really own this stuff. It's fake. It's a mirage. It's an illusion. And you're doing this for what reason? Because you want clicks. You want clout. At the end of the day, you get off of social media, you're not happy. It's like, just be real with yourself. Be honest with yourself. That's it. It's like, if anything, if you guys know me, I'm always 110% honest with you guys. Always, man. I don't lie about nothing. I'm always telling you guys the truth. Because I don't want y'all to go, again, make mistakes I made. Just be yourself. All right, here we go, guys. The video, look for that 212. 212. And even now, even with trading, Ms. Reed, even with trading, I don't get cocky with it. Like, just make consistent money. I don't have to try to be a millionaire overnight. I don't do all of that. I make consistent money where I'm surviving. I'm living off on it. I mean, I'm fine. I'm not trying to be a millionaire overnight. Some people think that, oh man, I only made $1,000 a day, and they're not happy. Man, be happy, because the fact is you don't have to work a 9 to 5. Half of these people gotta wait damn near 2 weeks to make $1,000, and probably less than that after taxes. It's like, man, $1,000 a day, that's $5,000 a week. Oh no, Miss Reed, hold on, I got something for you, Queen. Hold up. I created this. I created this for traders. I did this yesterday. I posted this yesterday. I think he was on my live when I posted this. To help you manage your trading and your profit. Let me go to it real quick. Where's it at? So you start from level 1 to level 7. So I created this to help people. Let me go to it real quick. God dog it. So this is a profit management. So you start with level 1. So this is for for people with small accounts. So you don't focus on the weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, yearly. You just focus on the daily. So that means that if you just focus on making $50 a day, right? This is your payout. All of that's gonna roll into place after you just stay consistent on your daily. So this is gonna be your automatic payout once you stay consistent. You're gonna come out to $250 a week, $500 bi-weekly, $1,000 monthly, $12,000 yearly. Once your account grows, you get better. You get better and better at it. Now you go to level 2. Then you start to make $100 a day. Your weekly is $500, bi-weekly $1,000, $2,000 monthly, $25,000 yearly. And you just keep going until you get, as your account grows, you get more comfortable, and you just have different daily quotas. You know what I mean? You start with a $50 daily quota a day, Monday through Friday. Then you get better at what you're doing. Your account get bigger. Then you move it up to $100 a day, Monday through Friday. And it works because I've done it. When I did my first small account challenge where I grew $100 to $2,000. And first I started with making $50 a day, up to $50 a day. And then as my account got bigger, I was focusing on making up to making like $100 to $250 on a daily basis. And that's where I stayed at. I was fine with that. My account grew. I stayed right there. I wasn't trying to even go big or whatever. I was comfortable with that. But you got some people that want to go above that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. If you do, then you have these levels. $500 a day, $1,000 a day. And last but not least, this is the big ones. So $2,000 a day to $4,000 a day. So it goes from level 1 to level 7. So, and the reason why I got the boxes, you can print it, save it to your computer and print it out. And what you do is, as long as you stay, you right where you need to be, you mark it off. Bam. Man, I'm hitting my $50 quotas. I'm doing good. My money is consistent. You're happy with this. You check everything off. All right, now you move over to level 2. Everything is consistent. Start to mark everything off. It just kind of helps you build confidence. So you'll go from, and also you go from like a semi-rookie. It's almost like a little league. And then you go into the rookie level, semi-pro, to the pro level. So it's kind of just to have fun with. Some type of fun. That's why I created it. So, but yeah, and I'm going to use that as well. So for the small account challenge. So I'm going to stick to showing you the levels I'm going to stay in at, and then move it over to a certain level. Okay, gotcha. And I have to work on the other one too, Miss Reed. I have to work on the other one. Is a profit log. I got to get the links. Let me see if I can find the right link on it. Let me see. See, this is the one I need to send y'all as well too. Let me see if I can bring it up real quick. The profit log. So this is something else I want to send you guys. Profit log. This also helps out each month, each week, each month, and so forth. Let me bring it up real quick, because I don't think I have it saved. Because I used to have it saved in my Dropbox link. I don't think I have it saved no more. I'm gonna have to check it again. I'm waiting for my the thing to load up in my folder so I can bring it up real quick. I'm waiting on it. Profit log. So this is something I used back in the day too. And it helped me out too because it helped me to keep everything jotted down and noted. I'm trying to figure out which one is it, the right link. Let me see which one is it correctly. No, I had to save on a PDF file. Is this it? Yeah, so for example, I had this one mapped out. Like this is based off because within each month you have like up to 4 weeks. So I would put my date, Monday through Friday. I would mark off, whether I closed, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whether I closed out, green day, red day, or no trades at all. And depending on what I have, I'll mark off the total balance for that week. Then I'll take and then I go into the following week. So my goal was whatever I did on this previous week, I'm trying to outdo myself for the next week. And then depending on how I close out on that month, I'll try to see, okay, however I performed in January, I want to outperform myself in February. And I just keep that going all the way to the end of the year. And then I'll mark off the last year, the yearly profit goal. So that's what I'll do. So I created that too. So I created like a little profit log for each month and so forth. So that was another thing I used. But what I'm going to do is I'm gonna get all this situated, guys. I'm going to get it back up on my Dropbox. And I'll send you guys this link. I'll send you guys this link too if y'all need this too as well. So I got it dated for every single month. September, August, where you can jot that down too. So anything to help you guys, the best possible, I'll do it. I got y'all. So I'm gonna have to recreate a new link in my my Dropbox. So I'll do that after my live and everything. I got y'all on that. I'll have you guys set up, guys. So yeah, I always came up with just different things to help me out as a trader. And then even with the in the conference room thing for the bad breaking bad method, the E-leads, a lot of that helps out a lot too. Identifying your market environment, what type of state are we in, trending, ranging, breakout, reversal, understanding your support, your resistance, entries and so forth. So, like I said, the thing that you have to realize, guys, you have to realize what trader that you are. Because there's all types of traders. Day traders, swing traders, option traders, forex traders, future traders. Traders that deal with shares, traders that deal with contracts, and so forth. Traders that go long, traders that go short, traders that go long and short. You just have to figure out what type of trader you are. Do you deal with blue chips? Do you deal with penny stocks? Once you start to identify yourself, what type of trader you are, just hone in on it and just make the best of it. Once I figured out, because I'll put it like this. Okay, what got me into blue chips? Really got me into blue chips was that, I'll just be honest with you, I was horrible at penny stocks. What I mean by that is my speed. I was horrible at speed. I was speed on trying to catch it up. I was horrible at speed on trying to catch it down. I got into blue chips and I realized, I didn't have to wait on, I didn't have to try to jump in fast or whatever. It was pretty much steady. That's kind of what drew me to the blue chips. It's steady. I don't have to go, I don't have to worry about these companies going into bankruptcy. Siri, the only thing I'm gonna say right now, keep everything on ice till tomorrow. Because tomorrow you're gonna have a lot of volatility. Because tomorrow we're going to have the FOMC meeting. That's normally has a lot of volume to it. And then you have 4 blue chips tomorrow that's going to have earnings. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's Microsoft, Meta, Google, and Amazon tomorrow. And then Thursday is Apple. So definitely keep those 4 on watch. And again, Apple, Microsoft, Google, and Microsoft, Google, Meta, and Amazon tomorrow. And another smart thing to do too, guys, what you can do is use your list to the best of your ability. And when earnings come out, make your earnings list. Make your earnings list. See how I got this set up? Like, watch, I'll do it for example. So I'm going to make a duplicate copy. I may have one, I may not. So I'm going to just show you, for example, how to do it. So make your little list like this, right? Make your little list. And guys, 212 NVIDIA. Well, as far as NVIDIA still holding, Syria, NVIDIA still holding up, going on the U-shaped pattern. My alert just went off. I had 2 targets. I said 212, and from 212 up towards 214. I said the only thing to be concerned about is the 200-day moving average as you're pushing your way up towards that 214. But we do have a U-shaped pattern on NVIDIA. Trying to go for a U-shaped pattern. That's still holding. Tesla's still a good thing to watch. Watch to see, can we get that push back up towards 377.50, back up to the 380s. SPY still holding up. Trying to push his way to the upside. So keep that on watch. But as I'm talking about the list, like you can set your title to anything. Let me see. I may have one already set for earnings. Let me see. Or do I? I do have earnings. Bam. See? Right here. Earnings. Bam. So right here. Earnings. Now, all I got to do is type in the tickers that are coming out tomorrow. All right. Bam. We have Microsoft. Oops. We have Microsoft. That's 1. We have Google. That's 2. We have Amazon. That's 3. God dang, I gotta spell that wrong. My bad. I put the wrong letter. My fault. We have Amazon. That's 3. We have Meta. That's 4. And we have Apple. That'll be 5. So, bam. All right, I got my earnings list already ready to rock and roll. Bam. See that? Easy. Now that I got that set, done. Earnings, everything set. All I got to do now is switch this little area out where it says Jay's watch list, and I'll just go to earnings. I'll put it for my earnings. Everything should already be set. Bam. Done. See? All right, got my earnings set in motion. So, done. So I gotta do is click on my whatever ticker. It should change out my list. On my chart. Bam. Apple, because it's the top gainer so far. Good to go. See how easy I made it? See how easy I made that? So I already got my earnings list set because I know we got 5 blue chips coming out this week. We got 4 coming out tomorrow. We got 1 coming out Thursday. So I got all of them already listed. I just want to see which one gonna have the most volume. Where are the traders gonna be mostly paying attention to? So I already made my little list, my watch list called earnings. Done. See, easy. And I also linked it up towards my chart here. So whichever one I click on, this chart is gonna change to it. So, but just make your charts, make trading easy for yourself, guys. You know this one don't never change. I always keep this as SPY, because SPY is my main thing I watch. Everything else I change between down here. So I make trading as easy for me as possible. I make my watch list. I got my watch list for blue chips. Which one has the most activity or the most attention? I have it set by percent changes from green to red. Which one has the most attention? Which one has the less attention? Down here, I have a watch list there for SPY and VIX to let me know which one is in, which one has more control. If I see VIX on top of SPY, that's kind of let me know the market is bearish. If I see SPY on top of VIX, lets me know that's bullish. So that's why I have that set up. I have VIX and SPY set up to let me know if it's a bullish or bearish type of week. Down here, I have my earnings. But you see how I have it neatly set up, guys? I have it neatly set up. I always have my blue chips standing to the top because these are the stocks I deal with. Then I have my SPY and VIX to let me know if the market is bearish or bullish to kind of see which way I should keep my mindset, whether it's going long or going short. And then down here, I either change it to my J's watch list where I have custom different tickers. I have one set for earnings and so forth. And I also have one set for ETFs. So if I don't want to trade Tesla itself or NVIDIA in them, I go to the ETFs. So I do have one set for ETFs too. Where is it at? ETFs right here. Bam. SQQQs, AAPU, which is a ETF for Apple. SPX, QQQs. TSLL, which is a Tesla ETF. SPXL, which is a ETF for SPX. METU, which is a ETF for Meta. And TQQQ and AMDL, which is an ETF for AMD. So if y'all notice, I got an ETF list if I want to look into trading one of those. And again, I have them all neatly set up. Now I can go back to earnings for tomorrow because we already know what we're going to be anticipating these companies tomorrow and Thursday. So, but you see how I have it neatly stacked, guys. I'm not stressing myself, Okay, Ms. Reed, thank you so much, Quinn. Thank you so much. Let me give you some love, too, before you head on out. And for everybody else, because I got an hour left with you guys. I'm going to be heading out, too, in a few minutes, because in an hour or two. But let me see. Give some love to everybody who did come through today. As usual, shout out to the team. Shout out to Ms. Reed and everybody else who came through. Shout out to Sirius. Shout out to y'all. As usual, shout out to my mods. Thank y'all so much for coming through as well. I know I did come in a little late. I did have to assist my grandmother, guys, so that's why I came in a little late today, so I do apologize. But I did show up because I told you guys I was going to do my best not to miss a single day. Whether I come in late or not, I'm going to be here on my live. So, just keep everything on watch. We still have the video, still going for a U-shaped pattern, guys. So buyers, you can clearly see, is trying to go for a nice little uptrend. They reclaim those bottoms right around that low, by 208.50s, right back above 209s. You can clearly see the transition going from sellers now back to buyers. Keep in mind, you do have that 200-day moving average right above your head. Our targeted area is up towards 214. If we can break above 214, we want to see that continuation push up towards 216. But targeted area as of now is going to be around that 213.50 up to that 214 level. SPY, we're still in the range because we still have yet to crack the 708, 78 level. That's still holding up, still above that price point. Tops right back above that 711 up to that 712. Keep in mind, 200-day moving average moving right down to that price point, 212.39. But yeah, guys, just make trading easy for yourself. Just have a list of certain stocks you want to look at, and just link and set up your links towards your charts where you don't have to type it in all the time. Once you type it in into your watch list, everything else from that should be clickable. So with my list and my links already set up, all I have to do is click on it. Bam. Gonna change my chart right here. Bam. And even for my watch list right here for my earnings, if I want this one to change, all I gotta do is just change that bad boy to purple. Bam. That should change this one right here. So I don't have to worry about if I click here, it's going to change that. All I have to do now, click here, it's going to change this chart. Like so. Bam. Done. See that? I make it easy for myself. I don't make it complicated. I do not make it complicated. Now, if you want to change your chart over this way, like if you want to bring the video over here, just drag your ticker over. So what you do is you click once, right where that ticker is, and drag it over. Drag it over, and it's going to change it. See? I don't have to type nothing. Automatically changes it. Bam. Done. So, once I start to understand the functionality on how to, TOS and all that works, man, just make the best of it. Now, as far as my trend line, as far as my time frame, I can change it to anything and still keep my lines in place because I have my joint set for all of them. I have it set for 1, so that means as long as I keep it set, I have it set for joint set 1. I don't change it. I can change my time frame to wherever I want. The line's gonna still stay in place. So even if I want to go to a 1 hour time frame, those lines that I have on my 5 minutes is gonna go right to my 1 hour. So I don't have to change anything. See? Bam. 1 hour, line still in motion. Back to 5 minutes, still in motion. Line still in place. Boom. See? Easy. But yeah, just make it easy for yourself, man. Don't make it complicated. Just have fun with it. Have fun with the charts. Make the best of it, man. Make the best of it. Make trading, make your charts easy. Make your watch list easy. Have it set for different titles. I have this one set for blue chips. Always stays to the top. I have this one set for SPY and VIX to let me know whether the market is bearish or bullish. And I have it set this area here where I can set it whatever I wanted to my normal watch list, to earnings, to ETFs, whatever I wanted to. So just make it easy. Just make it easy for yourself. Don't make it complicated. So Jay, how do you have your trading doc set up when you trade? This is how I have it. I can't drag it over because I have to take a screenshot of that. Because it's all not connected. I have it stacked on top of each other. So I'm going to have to take a screenshot of it. I'll show you how I have that set up. So on my side that you can't see that I trade with is this. So I'll have my active ladder here. I'll have my contracts here. And what I'll do is I have these two little, all I did was use the same watch list and I customized it down here. But I labeled this as contracts. One side for contract calls and one for contract puts. So if I'm looking at, multiple contracts where I'm not getting confused, I'll have it set the same link, but I'll have them separate. I'll have one side for calls and I'll have one side for puts. So if I click on this side for puts, this should automatically set it for my put contracts. If I have this side set here for my calls and I click on that, it should automatically set my contracts for are my ladder for my calls. So I have them separate. And look how I have it set. Look how I have my title: contract calls, contract puts. And I have, again, so they're not double stacking. They're not all over the place. My contracts are, I'm confused because I'm now clicking on the wrong one. I'm going into the wrong contracts. I organize them. Calls and puts. See how I have everything well organized? I'm not confusing myself. I separate them, and so forth. So, and then everything is clickable and is linked up to this chart. It's linked up to my active ladder. So whichever one I click on, it automatically changes my ladder. So I got everything organized. So just organize everything, guys, to the best of your ability. That's it. Organize it to the best of your ability. Make it easy for yourself. Don't make it complicated. So right now, getting a nice little move back to the upside. Oh, I gotta change one of these. I got both set for in the video. My bad. Let me go to Apple. Apple's a little top gainer as of now, for the moment. Apple is the top gainer so far. Let me go to Apple. How are we looking on Apple? Come on now. There we go. All right. Do I got one set for this on 1 hour? Oh, I ain't putting no lines in on that one yet. I don't think so. And again, Jay, how do you know which stocks to jump into? How do you know which ones are hot, which ones are active, even in the blue chip world? Again, all I do is have my watch list. And all I do is watch my percentage change. Which ones is in the green? Which ones in the top gainers? And I look at my top ones. Because that's where the most attention is. Now, the rest of these are the ones that's pretty much weak, kind of fading. And your top ones that's lit up in green, those are where the most attention is located. So you click on that, and you'll just see, okay, watching the charts to see the activity to it. That's it. That's why I have it set by percentages. I have my little arrow pointing right down to the percentage change on every single one of them. Every single one. That's the best thing to do. So, guys, like I said, just make trading easy for yourself. I have the 2 charts at the bottom and there's 1 big chart at the top. Now, the reason why I have the big one at the top, because with SPY, I don't like to compress it too much. I want it to be as wide as it can so you guys can see the overall patterns and everything, and the charts are not too small. Now, underneath this, I have another thing stacked where I have a 1 hour time frame where all I got to do is pull that bad boy up. So I have that bad boy stacked. Let me see. Bring it up real quick. Where is it at? Oh, there you go. My bad. So, yeah. See, I have one set for 1 hour. Well, all I got to do is pull it up. All I got to do is pull it up. And then once I'm done with it, all I do is bring it right back down. And then if I want to go to my yearly chart, all I do is pull it right on up so I can kind of get an idea, what SPY is doing. And once I get everything, all the information I need, all I do is pull it right back on down. That's it. I got all my charts set in motion. So like I said, don't make it complicated. Have fun with it. Have fun with it. Let's see what else we got. All right. SPY look like we still going on this nice little U-shape, guys. Getting that nice little curl back up to the upside. Watch that 712.39 level. Remember, this is the area where you got rejected at. That 712.39ish area came up, got rejected, right back on down. So question is, will we break out and continue, or this is going to be somewhat of a double top? So keep that in mind and keep that on watch. Did I save my chart? I did save it. All right, guys. Anything else we need to go over? We already know we're preparing for tomorrow because we know we got earnings coming out tomorrow. We got 4 blue chips coming out, and we also have the FOMC meeting. Now, me personally, I'm gonna tell you what I'm doing tomorrow. I'm not trading at the beginning of the market, so that's why I'm gonna try to debate if I must come in at the. I'm gonna ask you guys this. How you want me to come in on a live stream tomorrow? Do y'all want me to start at the beginning of in the morning, 9:15, or do y'all want me to come in, like around, for the second half of the market, 1 o'clock, when the FOMC meeting is going to be taking place? What do you guys want me to do? Do you guys want me to come in, start the normal live stream, 9:15, Or do y'all want me to start like at 1 o'clock, you know, as the FOMC meeting is about to, as we preparing for the FOMC meeting? What you guys want me to do? I mean, I don't mind either one. I don't mind doing either or. Whichever one you guys want me to do, whichever is comfortable for y'all for tomorrow. Sierra, what y'all want me to do, boss? Jenna, all of y'all, what y'all want me to do tomorrow? 9:15 or 1 o'clock as we get closer towards the FOMC meeting. What y'all want me to do? So rotating down, guys, from tops to bottoms. So we still in this overall range right here, guys. Bottoms is still holding, tops is still holding. So we still in this range right here. We just going from the all we did was go from the upper portion of that range to the bottom portion of the range. So all we doing right now at this moment. So all we doing. Watch that 712 again. Longs. You say both. Really? Because the reason why I'm saying it is because, like I said, I'm not gonna be doing anything at the beginning because I'm gonna be waiting. Because like to me, all the volatility is gonna really be towards, 2 o'clock, 2 o'clock and beyond. Because again, you got the FOMC statements and that's gonna be coming out at 2 o'clock. Then you're gonna have the conference at 2:30, and then after the market close, then you're gonna have the earnings coming out. So the majority of volume is going to be like a little bit after lunch. So that's what I was asking. If y'all want me to still come in at 9:15 or just come in, for the second half of the market as everybody's getting prepped up for the FOMC meeting. Because, I mean, you may have a little bit of, volatility at the beginning, but majority of people are going to be anticipating at 2 o'clock. That's really what everybody's going to be watching is 2 o'clock. Wait, what did I just press? So, yeah, that's why I was asking. Wait, that's why. I was wondering what the hell was going on. All right, let me close all of this. All right, close. Yeah, okay. So I come in for the second half of the market. Okay. Yeah. So as we get prepped up then for 2 o'clock. So I'll come in at 1. I'll come in at 1. 1. Instead of 2 o'clock, I'll come in at 1. So at least we'll have an hour to get prepped up, after everybody, have their lunch and... So I'll be on at 1 o'clock tomorrow, guys. 1 o'clock. I'll be on at 1 tomorrow. 1 o'clock. So let everybody know tomorrow I will be on for the second half of the market, 1 o'clock. So we can get prepped up and ready for the FOMC meeting. So right now, it looks like NVIDIA is moving its way back up, trying to go for this U-shaped pattern. Again, the main key area that, longs, you need to get above 214. Oops. Yeah. Because that'll give us an hour to prepare ahead of time. So that'll get us prepared for sure. Taylor, what you gonna be looking at for tomorrow? Like, are you still you talking about what was it you talked about this morning? Meta, right? Was it Meta? If I'm not mistaken, you was looking at too. Let me see what Meta doing anyway. What we at on Meta? Meta's where 671. I already know the price that we need on that one. 680. 671s. NVIDIA is gonna be 214s. AMD is gonna be 330. What else we got? Apple is gonna be 272 to 274. Microsoft 430. Google 350. Tesla 380. Amazon 260. I mean, it's like I know the prices to these bad boys because as long as that's what you need. So if you, I'm gonna call them out. I'm just telling you what you need. Apple. Stay above that 270. We need that push up to 272, 274. For my Microsoft longs, you need 430. Google, I know they got 2 of them. Shit, y'all know they got 2 classes of that one. For the GOOG, you're gonna need 350. Where we at on the GOOGL? Sorry, where we at on that one? We at the same thing, 350. Yeah, 350. Yeah, 350. All right. For my Tesla loans, you're gonna need 380. Of the 380, 250. Amazon 260. Meta, you're gonna need that 275 to 675 to 680. NVIDIA, you're gonna need 214, 216. AMD, you're gonna need 330. What you said, Meta, but options are a bit rich, so I might. Let me see that other one. You do got an ETF that's the one. I think the one I had was METU. I think that's the one for it. For Meta. I think that's Meta's ETF, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's it. Taylor, look at METU. I think that's the like the more cheaper stock for Meta. I think it's I got a list. Hold on, I got a list. Let me bring up my little list. I got a little list I made for you guys just in case you needed help with those. Where is it at? Where's my list I have for my I'm trying to remember where I saved it at. Oh, there we go. ETFs. Alright, here we go. Here we go. What's the one I have all together? Alright. So I did this for you guys, just in case you need it. So I went out my way. I created this for you guys. There you go. So here we go. For whatever you need. So these are your ETFs for your blue chips. So I have them all. So Meta, the one that looked, it was the METU, Teller. But I do have them all. Meta, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, Apple, Tesla, Nvidia, AMD. So I do have those. So these are all your ETFs. I found the whole list for you guys. So y'all don't have to go digging. So I got the whole list. I created the whole list for y'all. So whichever one. So, but for Meta, I think it's METU. I think that's the one for sure. So I done did all the research. I think. Let me. Yeah. So I'm also looking at the contracts now. So I'm just trying to see how they looking right now. Cause I know a lot of them got. Let me see. I'm trying to look at. I'm looking at the spreads on them. They move alright. Look like they move alright. Maybe because they're still so far out, you know, probably don't have a lot of volume because those are a week out, so they might not have a lot of volume just yet on them. Because I'm looking right at the spreads. The shorts look like a lot more reasonable than the longs right now. Shorts got some good spreads on them. Because you got one spread on METU, that's at $1. What was it at? The spread on that one was like $1.05 bids with the $1.20 ask. Yeah, the short got some good spreads on them too. But yeah, look at METU. Let me see what it's doing. Let me take a look at it real quick. I want to see how it's looking real quick. METU. Yeah, and also go to the chart, Teller. Go to the chart, METU. You kind of see your price points, like kind of how to base your strike price on it. You know what you need on that one, METU. So look like at 30, what is that? 30.40 for that possible push back up towards the 30.80s. So I know it doesn't move like real strong like Meta itself. So basically, to look at the price points is just kind of see on how to play within that like those price ranges. So we're in the 30s for sure. We're in the 30s. So what price point was that? So if you would have got in at where? I just want to see the spread. Yes, I want to see the spread on it. So 29.80 on the long side. No, let me look at the short side first. So 31. Let me see. 31. What was the strike? What was the price on that? Or the way it moved? Let me see something real quick. I want to see how it moved. How much volatility was on it. Let me see. On the short side of things. Yeah, I don't. A lot of dashes on that. Don't seem like I got a lot of volume on these. That's why I wanted to take a look at it. I don't like those. I mean, it may pick up later, but look like I might have to just stick to Meta itself. Let me see. Meta contracts. Alright, let's see. For May 1st. And you said it was overly expensive. Let me see what's the cheapest ones on Meta. Yeah, I mean, they are expensive on the long side. For sure. Let me see what's the cheapest contracts they have. I mean, they got a few of them like in a 50 cent. Let me see how those look. On how I'm trying to get some cheap ones for you. The 800 one ain't bad. Let me see how much volatility's on it. Let me see real quick. Okay, Meta on the long side or the short side, Teller? Long or short? Cause that's the longs. I'm the put call side. I'm sorry, call side. Let me see how it looks so far. That wasn't bad. Went from what 80 cents to a little bit of volatility to that one. From what 80 cents up to what 120. I mean, he had a nice little move on that one from 80 cents. I'm sorry, 90 cents. I'm sorry, 90 cents up to what $1.20. Okay, long yes, the one I'm looking at right now. So the 800s calls went from this area here went from like 80 cents up to almost damn near 130. So let me see. I'm just trying to do the math on that. How much you would have made, you know, even in a short amount of time, even in this little first area. So I mean, you see what the beginning of the market was a lot more volatile. So let's take. What 130 minus what it was 90 cents. So 40 cents times 500 shares. You'd have made how much? Nah, you still would have banked on it. Oh, Queen, I'm coming. Yeah, it still would have made $200. That still ain't bad. $200 ain't bad. I mean, well, for 40 cents, so it's still good. I'll be right back, Queen. Be back, y'all. The Queen is at the door. I'll be right back. Give me a minute. Let me go open up the door for him. All right, let me put everything on watch. All right, guys, be right back. Give me a minute. All right, guys, we back. I got the little munchkin with me. Say hey. Say everybody hey, mama. You see it? You see? What you see, mama? What you see, baby? Come on. You are very observant, ain't you? Mm-hmm. Love you, Jazz. What, mama? I see you. Well, mama. Well, mama. Ew, pig.
Hello. Yeah, big daddy to be.
Like father, like daughter. My mama. Tell everybody, hey, babe. Say hey. Say hey. Say hey. I see you. Love you. Love you. Mwah. All right, guys, we back. Keeping everything on watch. Remember, guys, watch that 7-11 for that possible. If those bars can get back above 7-11, we do have room to push our way back up towards that 7-12.39. But keep that on watch. If we do, again, if we can't get above that price point, that'll be somewhat of a double top. In the video, we are looking to see, can we get that push, guys, towards that 214. Got that nice U-shaped pattern, guys, back up towards the 214. For the longs, we need to get above. We need to get that break above 214 level up towards that possible area of 216. You are above the 200-day moving average, so that's a good thing. So you're going from the bearish side to the bullish side of things now. We want to get that continuation push. I was still looking at meta. Let me see. Oh, let me see meta contracts. I'm trying to get some other ones. Taylor, let me see some other good ones. You know, just to see how profitable it is. Where are we at on meta? Meta on the downside or short side? Let me see. Let me see the shorts. How are we looking on the short side on that one? How much you have made on the short end of that? Trying to get some cheap ones again. I'll probably be a little expensive, more expensive. Look like they're in the, let me see. 575. 575. Yeah, I know she's going quick. Yeah, fast. Yeah, she's going up fast. Too quick. The puts, nah. Puts went from where? Puts went from what, 75-ish all the way up to what? Nah, that wasn't bad on that one either. On the put side. Yeah, could have banked on that too. Okay, so the contract's not bad. It just depends on where you're getting in at. It's like I said, mainly around the dollar area. I mean, it's pretty good, some good volumes. I'm trying to see if they have anything cheaper. I may need to leave those meta options alone. Okay, so what's price? I mean, I changed my little belt, my strike price bar to like 100, where it stretches out a little bit. You have the 570s on the put side. How much was? I mean, let me see how that one moved. Cause the 75, it wasn't too bad. Let me see these, how they moved. How many? Cause like I said, I mean, if you could scalp it, you don't really need anything major. If you're looking for 10 cent, 20 cent movers, I mean, depending on how many shares, you know, how many contracts you have. Let me see on the long side. Yeah, I'm gonna get it back again, babe. Oops, I changed the wrong to get a copy of that. Copy right here. Paste on the long side. Yeah, it's like the long side don't have a lot of. It's like, yeah, way more. Yeah. You did better on the short side than the long side, based off these contracts. Shorts, yeah, way more profitable opportunities. Yeah, I would just say wait for tomorrow, Taylor. I mean, just to see where we go from here. Let me see where we at right now on Meta anyway. Where we at? Yeah, Meta's still slowly picking its way back up, so we still need to get back up towards the upside. We are back above 670. So let's just see what type of volatility we're going to have tomorrow if those buyers are going to step back in and go for that push back up, because we need to get back above that 77.50 of the 680. Get back above that 200-day moving average. So we'll see if the buyer's going to step in tomorrow for sure. We already got buyers stepping in on NVIDIA. Yeah, so I would just say if you're going long, just wait. I would just say wait for the volatility to step back in. You know, for buyers to present themselves, to make sure that you know, we're going to see a nice rebound to the back up to the upside. I would just say wait on that. So we want to see how, you know, we want to see that push back up towards the you know, the 677s to 680s. So yeah, I would just say we'll just wait on that to see if volatility going to step in tomorrow. Because it may be before the earnings, it may be after the earnings. So just keep on watch to see, you know, what type of volatility is going to take place. Well, I mean, like I said, look at the video, guys. 214, U-shaped pattern. Jenna, remember we talked about that. As long as you held the 210s, look for the 212s up to 214. So that'll be my next target on Meta. 214s. What you doing, mama? What you doing, baby? I see you. What? I see you. God, you look like your mama.
Thank you.
I ain't mean that in a good way. 214s, guys. 214s.
Daddy Patty, I bet you look like me.
She look like you, but she act like me. Ha. Bad habits.
Yeah, you say that like if it's a good thing.
I'm saying. Means you gotta deal with my bad habits, but in a smaller version. Hi, mama. Hi,
You
mama.
already gotta deal with it in the big version.
I see you. I see you. Hmm? Oh, now you don't want to give it to me? That's cool. That's what's up. Just mad because I'm a favorite. Don't worry about it.
What?
Daddy's girl.
Yeah, you think?
I know.
No, she's a mama's girl.
Oh, yeah, because you're around you more. Duh.
Oh.
Oh, mama. Mwah. What you doing, babe?
Since I got her that jumper, that's all she wants to do now.
Jump.
Mm-hmm.
Want to jump, mama? What you doing? Ah, pin flap.
Oh.
What, baby? What, baby? What? Nah. Tell everybody, hey. I think she's looking at that microphone. Yep. Yep. Is that what you're looking at? Jesus. Don't, you can touch it, don't throw it down, mom. God, that's what she's trying to do.
Just trying to get it.
I know. She trying. Nah. I'll make sure she don't tilt it over. Just trying to let her touch it. You little slick thing. You slick.
I'm a shaver this weekend.
Hmm?
I'm a shaver this weekend.
Oh God.
She has a lot of bows, so she'll be fine.
Jesus.
So it can come out thicker.
Jay, stop trying to grab the mic.
Oh, more.
No, I'm just watching her work her hands because I see that she's getting better at working her hands better.
Hi, gorgeous.
Yeah, I'm almost finished. I'm about to
Good job.
get off. All right, guys, got about 12 more minutes. 12 more minutes. We're going to soon be rocking on out, man. Heading on out. If y'all have any questions, comments, or concerns, guys, do feel free to reach out to me on my mods. So far as of now, before I do head on out, watch the range that we are in right now. Remember, the loans we need to get above, as far as for my SPY loans, we need to get above that 712 level for that possible push back up towards the 713s to 714s. However, like I said, shorts, keep them underneath that 712 for that pullback down towards the 710s, possibly down towards the 708s, where we will continue the downtrend setup. So what you want to do, shorts, is create another barricade, create another trap them right here at that 712, double top, yank them right back on down. Hey, before you get beat up by your significant other, I see this. What the hell? Don't encourage her, please don't. Don't do that.
What did you say? I can't see.
She said, hey, before you get beat up by your significant other, I see on SPY chart I have 716. Might tell is his shoe, huh? Wait, what? What you mean his shoe? I see. Oh, no. Oh, that's post market. Like if you go to your daily time frame, it's not gonna show it. So if you go to your daily time frame or your I think weekly time frame, it doesn't show you the numbers from post market and pre market. So that 1687, that was yesterday's post market. So that was the high we hit after the market closed yesterday. That's what that comes from. So you still got to keep that in motion. So notice after that level hit, we started to downtrend on down. So tell her that was post market. And like I said, if you're looking at it from a daily chart, your daily chart is not going to show it. It's not going to show it on that in your weekly chart. You can see it on your you can pretty much see it on the intraday charts, but you're not going to see it on the daily time frame. So that's why you got to take those areas still into consideration. Your post markets and pre-market, that's why you just put your lines in. So even if I go to my, let me make a duplicate copy. So even if hey cutie pie, I see you, mama. I see you.
She was jumping.
Yeah, I was jumping. She love my daddy. So if I go to daily, you're not gonna see it. So watch. If I go to a daily time frame, it's not gonna show it. Daily. Bam. See, all you're gonna see is the price point. Well, my line is there, but it's not gonna show it because it basically records the daily. So, which is again intraday. So see, so basically these are 9:30 to 4 o'clock candles, pretty much. That's what your daily represents, intraday. So it's showing the highs right around 7:16's, my line, but your daily is recording 7:15.63 because that's just based off of a daily movement, not the post-market and pre-market movements. So that's why it does that. So that's why you have to go into your intraday to look at post-market and pre-market to see where those highs are located, and you just jot in your line. Why I thought that was her? Jesus.
Good job. Slowly, good job.
All right, guys, 9 more minutes rolling on out. Any questions, comments, concerns? Gonna soon be heading on out. Meta, Teller, watch that 672.50. We want to get that push right back above that 677.50 up to 680. So we want to definitely get above the 200-day moving average back up towards this level here. So we want to see that nice U-shaped pattern breakout. We want to cross above that 200-day moving average, going from the bearish side to the bullish side of things. We already got NVIDIA doing it. NVIDIA is already above the 200-day moving average, looking like it may be setting up for a bull flag pattern. So we could get that. Look for that possible push above 214, up towards the 215 to 216, where we could go for the possible next leg up, right above 214s on up towards the upside. Tesla, we got to get above 274, 275, get us above that 200-day moving average as we can proceed up towards the 76, up to 77s. So definitely keep it on watch. Really? Yeah, I saw you. I saw you. I saw you. What you doing? Oh, big eyes. What? Girl going to town, boy. I did. I said, what did I do?
Oh, dude, you didn't.
Oh, shut up. All right, got my alert set, guys. 214. We need that 214 break in the video. For Meta, like I said, guys, we want to get that push right back above. Where we at right now? 272s. So we want to get above 274s up to 276. So again, we want to cross above that 200-day moving average, back up towards our targeted areas, right around at. We'll just round it off. We'll just say. Let me see what this is. I'm gonna round it off. I'm gonna probably put 270. Need what? Oh. What you doing, mama? You see it? I see what you're doing. You're trying to swipe at that microphone. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Don't do it. I see what you're trying to do. Don't you swipe at it. Don't you swipe at it. Please don't. Please don't. Please don't. I know. You trying so hard to swing at it. Don't. Please don't. Please, I beg you. I beg you. I love you. Just don't do it. Please don't. Please don't. I love you forever and a day if you don't do it. I'm gonna love you regardless. But you see it? I know she's gonna be slick to take a swipe at it. I know it's coming. I know you want to. You just can't help yourself. You see it, mama? Almost off. Hey, mama. All right, guys, 5 more minutes. Keeping everything on watch to see if those buys going to step in for power hour. Look like they're trying to gear themselves up to possibly go for a power hour push. Keep your eyes peeled for 3 o'clock to 4 to see can they go for that push to the upside. Keep it on watch. Remember, longs, you got to get back above that 712 to get that push back up towards the 714 plus. Shorts, stay underneath that price point. Then pull them back down towards 710s, down to 708s. NVIDIA longs, again, look for that 214 break for that push up towards 215 to 216. Meta, we want to get that push up towards that at least 274.50, because that'll put you above that 200 moving average as we proceed up towards 276 to 278. I say 2, god dang it. It's too many numbers. 676 to 678. Don't judge me. Too many numbers, okay? Don't do that. Can't win. That's cool. See what time it is.
Going on 2 o'clock.
Smart.
Can you slow down?
All right, guys. Huh? Oh, she don't play. she ain't playing. I know. So, guys, let me go ahead and give everybody their shout out before I do head on out, guys. So, let me go ahead and give love to everybody. Chat once again. Shout out to my mods as usual. Thank you guys for everything, man. Definitely appreciate you guys. Gonna soon be heading on out, so let me go ahead and get ready. Like I said, if you are new to my channel, man, please do your boy a favor. Go to my YouTube channel, smash the subscribe button. If I have earned your support and love, hit that subscribe button. If you're already subscribed, like, share, comment. You already know that goes a long way to help with the algorithms. If you're already on Twitch, like, share. I'm about to say shit. I'm about to sound like I'm on YouTube. Follow us, subscribe to avoid the ads. I'm tired. Look, don't judge me. don't you dare judge me. Yeah, Don't you dare. But other than that, guys, about to soon be rocking and rolling, heading on out. We're gonna be gearing up tomorrow. So, guys, I won't be in at 9:15 tomorrow. I will be coming in at 1 o'clock. Yeah, I am, Taylor. Thank you so much for the support and everything. Thank you so much, Aunt Taylor. But yeah, guys, instead of coming on at 9:15 tomorrow, guys, I will be on tomorrow at 1 o'clock, right before the FOMC meeting takes place, which is going to be at 2 o'clock. So we're going to start to prep up, see how the market is going to be presenting itself at the first half of the market as we cross into the second half. So keep that in mind. Congratulations to all my traders who traded today. And for those who didn't trade, we're going to be gearing up tomorrow for more opportunities that will be presenting themselves. And don't forget, not only will we have the FOMC meeting, you got 4 earnings that's coming out tomorrow. You have Google, Microsoft, Meta, and Amazon. And then the following day, Thursday, we're going to be having Apple. So keep that in mind. Other than that, guys, we'll be getting ready for tomorrow, man. Y'all stay blessed, stay safe. You already know what I'm about to say before I head on out. Maximize your reward, minimize your risk. Always put grateful over green, and you will succeed every single time. Till then, you guys enjoy y'all night. I will see y'all tomorrow for Wild Card Wednesday. Love you guys. Peace.
Subscribe for more content.